That was Allie. Hello everyone.
Welcome to the stream, people.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
It's like how Critical Role did it. It's all like, "We played Dungeons and Dragons."
So the party has just escaped from Barovania after defeating who turned out to be Strahd, the Lord of Barovania. It was a tough battle with lots of pixels shed in every which direction, but they eventually emerged victorious and were ejected out back into the eternal Undermountain. After derping around a bit, they decided to go the one way that they didn't go last time. Well, one of the ways they didn't go last time, and went through the noisy door. Upon the other side, which they found some owl bears. They downed one of them, and then then they decided to befriend them and heal the one that was dying, because they felt bad because they were slaughtering innocent creatures that were just looking for some food.
Look, Oso decided to have a
Oso
conversation with the
felt bad.
strangers, and then we got attached to them emotionally. It was a problem.
But they couldn't
I
quite
just-
sway them to their side, so they managed to just get past them. But not too long before going up a gentle slope and triggering a trap. A gigantic stone eyeball is now slamming onto the slope and rolling down towards our intrepid heroes. And that is where we
What-
left off.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
AKA nothing.
Oh, let's get some, yeah, there we go.
So yeah, I'm gonna get hit by this rock because I don't run very fast.
I'm gonna get
Hmm.
So I hope this rock goes real slow.
So,
I remember you said this was initiative, right?
it is going to be initiative based. That's the way
Okay.
that this trap works. So I'm going to grab everybody.
This was like, I want to mold earth, and you're like, actually, and I was like, fuck.
Is this technically being considered a chase? Are we being chased by
I
this
hope
rock?
so. That was
It's
fun
not
last
technically
time.
a chase scene. Also, it has +8 to its initiative, so I'm going to
Oh, okay.
that. Which, it still didn't get very high, weirdly enough. Well, I can't see to move it. There it is. Okay.
Shit.
All right. This giant eyeball starts careening towards you guys. Alistair, you have the initiative. What do you do?
Really quickly see if there's.
Do something to stop it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I can.
I think you were
Wow.
just saying, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it. No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna just let it take me.
Nice.
No,
it's a ball.
I'm
It's a
gonna
ball. You
go-
can't stop it.
5, 10, 15, 25.
Shane has a weakness against
30.
anything rolling.
And then I'm gonna bonus action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, and then I'm gonna use my cat dash 5, 10, 15, 5, 30. Alright, I'm good. Pass.
Okay.
Pass.
As
You didn't
Alistair-
even move?
Someone
Alistair,
else's
well,
problem now.
yeah, he moved. That's what all the
Oh.
buttons were.
Oh, I
and all
moved.
the saying I'm gonna use a bonus action to dash. He ran down the slope
Oh.
and popped into the other room.
Good.
BB, it is now your turn.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
shit,
take a
oh,
step
shit.
behind this corner.
There's a corner.
Way back from whence you
Yeah,
came.
moving
Oh.
speed.
I know you like jetted through this newt to activate the trap, but some people were behind you.
Yeah, I was far behind, checking out the table.
Okay. And now it's the eyeball's turn. Bean is like right on top of it, so I'm gonna need Bean to immediately make a dexterity save as it plummets down through the ceiling.
Oh.
Okay. Bean has 7 hit points. Bean is dead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good.
Oh,
It's-
beans.
It then
It is.
starts rolling.
712, sir.
And Bean is already dead. Oh no. Oh, that is very
Oh.
far to roll after
No, did it
just
stop?
falling out of the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Montana. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Well, I don't have a -2 anymore, but that's still not my strong suit.
Yeah, all of the bad
See what I
effects from
can
the Barovania excursion have been lifted. Anybody that wasn't aware last time.
Wait, repeat.
all of the bad stuff that happened in Barovania did not happen. As
Oh, yeah,
in,
yeah.
Like
you
all
got
the
all your
negative.
stuff gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That stuff is not gone.
I'm
Okay,
gonna guess that I failed my deck save.
you were close, but that actually does fail. So I'm gonna have to deal some damage to you.
I
Hold
don't
on.
have much health to begin with, so let's see how this goes.
It's okay. I'm sure that you will be fine.
Uh-oh.
What makes
I'm about
you
to
say
get hit
that?
with a boulder.
It slams into you for 52 damage. It then starts
Oh, you're
passing over Newt. Make a dexterity save.
what the fuck?
Are there like overkill rules, by the way? Like if you go more than 10 HP below
No.
0, you're automatically dead.
Yeah, if you get overkill, Chris has to say overkill. That's the rule.
Oh,
Because I
actually,
only had 13 health and I just took 52 damage, so
I think it's based on your maximum health, which this
Yeah,
is
it's
actually
max.
more than your maximum health. I am gonna need
it
you
is
to make.
exactly 10 more than my maximum health. I think that's an auto kill.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
think
my
it's an
max
auto
health is-
kill. I think that there are variant rules for stuff
Okay.
like this for massive damage. I'm gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. That is something I'm good at. Oh, wow.
Okay. In my own personal off-the-cuff thing, I was going to give you a number of automatic failed death saves based on how badly you failed this, and that is gonna be
Probably
2 failed
two.
death saves.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Well, the good news is that the boulder is past me.
It's Chris
Goodbye,
trying.
everybody. It's been
Though.
fun.
This is how you write someone out of a campaign.
Pretty much.
Apparently.
That's like a playlist. It kills all the guests.
Thanks for coming, Sheena. Have a good one.
Oh, looks
so
like you're dead now. I don't know. Whoops, sorry, bye.
Newt, you did succeed on your saving throw, so you're gonna take
One death.
One to save.
Finally, rid of the sisters.
actually.
Oh,
It looks
I
like
have marks
you. I don't think that there is a half damage thing for this. Newt, you duck into a corner of the room, and it manages to roll past you using the terrain to your advantage. It completely passes over you and does not harm you.
Hell yeah.
oh my god. I'm coming for you, Montana.
Are you
Montana.
serious? I really hope that you have like a health potion or like something.
We did.
Also,
We bought them. We all
A
bought them.
medicine
Hello.
check.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
We're gonna do a medicine
Ah,
check.
great.
It's Ozo's turn
I
now.
feel like I wanna. Oh no, never mind. He's coming towards all of us, huh?
Yeah. It does end right here.
Oh no.
All right.
Someone
Duck
turned on their
Ozo.
Game Boy.
Yeah, that was me losing some coins. Whoop.
Gonna be looking like Sonic soon with all those coins. Oh no, you did too.
That's another
Hell
success. Yeah, you managed to duck inside one of the corners as well, and you kind of like flatten your body out, extending your roots a bit, almost half a wild shape there. And the orb doesn't fill the entirety of the hallway, so it's kind of like ricocheting off the walls a bit as it careens down this slope, and you manage to get into a little niche where it is completely missing you.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
It ends its turn after going 60 feet in a straight line. Newt, it is your turn.
Medicine check on Montana.
Yep, she needs medicine.
Yep, I'm healthy.
Please
she
do
definitely
not
needs
fail
medicine.
this. If you fail this, I think it kills me.
Yeah, but I
it-
could use my inspiration.
No pressure.
Oh, that's true. I would hate for you to waste your inspiration at 717.
There's also only a chance
To
that
save
you
your
die.
life?
That's true.
Okay, yeah, that's a success. You managed to stabilize Montana after using some of your medical know-how. You're able to staunch the bloodiest of the wounds and set one of the bones that was broken out of place. But she'll probably need magical healing if you're going to get her back to fighting fit shape. But she is stable.
Am I stable at 0 or stable at 1?
You're stable at 0.
at
Magical healing will bring you back, as will some rest.
Okay.
Alright, anything else for you, Newt?
No, I'm staying where I am. I'm ready. Well, already an attack if something comes back. I guess.
Okay. Montana, you are unconscious. Have fun.
I am. I'm gonna just lay here, I guess.
Bean.
If I lay
Bean's dead.
here-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Bean's dead. Sorry, Bean.
There we go. Oso, it is your turn.
Hi. Again?
Well, you didn't
Well, you made
go.
a dex save.
Oh, that's right. So is the eyeball?
It is just past
Explain to
you.
me how this worked. Is it still rolling?
It's still
in
rolling. It
real
didn't stop
time?
halfway down.
Okay, so I probably.
Yeah, combat is a simulation, so we don't actually sit and wait for everybody else.
No, I'm just thinking of like momentum is what I'm like.
Are you gonna try and slow it
kinda-
down?
That yeah.
You can try and do that. If you're within 5 feet of it, you can make that attempt.
I want to do. Oh, am I in 5 feet?
Yes.
I
5
want to.
5 feet is 1 square.
I want to mold earth underneath it.
Okay. I'm gonna call that a let's call that an Arcana check, although it's going to be
Okay.
difficult.
All right. Worth a try. Oh, God.
Spear fingers, everybody.
Look, I know
Spare
I'm the
fingers.
worst at this game, but
For a second, I thought you didn't say spirit fingers, and I thought you said spare fingers.
Spare
fingers,
fingers, everybody.
I got
Like,
some spare
spare
ribs.
fingers.
But I interpreted it as everyone cross your fingers with your spares fingers if you got them.
Your spare fingers.
You
For some
got these
reason, I pictured
spare
those fingers to be spread so
Cross
far
them if
away
you
from each
got
other.
them. Okay, so you managed to only get the effects of a regular move Earth, and it doesn't slow it by a ton. It only makes it difficult terrain in front of
Okay.
it. Where would you like
Alright.
to place your molded Earth?
I'd like to place it like right in front of it.
Is it like a 5-foot space?
Yeah, two. Well, I want to do two. Well, I guess I can't. That's right. Yeah, 5 foot space right in front of it. So, whatever block. Yeah, whichever one.
I'll just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to
Yeah.
reduce its speed by half as it goes through that. Cool. Anything else for your turn? That was your action.
I suppose I could do a shape shift and
Can you
see.
heal Montana?
She didn't
Oh, I
need it.
could heal man.
Oh.
I feel like stopping this thing is. Oh no, it's gonna get to the
Yeah,
corner.
because like I'm stable and it's past me, so I think for right now we're probably okay.
Can I tell if this thing is like sentient? Like, cause it's an eyeball. Does it look like it's looking at people?
It looks
or-
like it's painted stone.
Okay.
Alistair,
Well,
you're chilling in this other room. You hear a rumbling and a lot of squishing and crunching noises coming down from down the hallway.
and a lot of
Uh,
screaming from Montana.
What's
I'm
up?
just gonna not move, and I'm gonna have my crossbow out and ready if anything comes at me from over in this direction.
Okay,
And that's it.
BB, it's your turn.
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
There is a giant eyeball careening down towards you.
Good.
What?
Has BB not actually seen the eyeball yet?
No,
I
they
ducked
did.
out of the way probably before I even saw it because I heard it. I was like, nope.
Honestly, they might have only seen the shadow or silhouette of it because of their torch
yeah.
vision. So now it's kind of apparent to them that it is, in fact, a giant painted eyeball. I think they also left their torch back there, so it's also terrifying.
Whoops. Yeah, sure, that's canon. Yeah, I left it there.
Maybe it's stuck in the eyeball. Now there's just like this
No, ew.
wobbling point of
Maybe
light.
it was a cannonball.
Not
Oh
good.
no, I have
Wow.
goggles of dark vision, so I don't technically need the light. It's just for my
Oh, I gotta
screen, so we
Oh,
can
that's
see.
true. You do have the dark vision goggles. Because I identified those for
I
you.
want
Yeah.
some of those.
Yeah,
Well,
I
there
think I'm
was
just gonna,
only one, and we stole them from a dead body.
I'm just gonna step back here.
I can make more dead bodies.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay here.
But you
Alright.
can't
No,
make more
you-
goggles.
I'm very good at it.
Is there anything else you're
Can't
doing
do
with your
that.
turn, BB?
Nope.
They're always
Okay.
reviving the dead bodies.
It's the eyeball's turn.
One.
It continues to roll. It moves 5, 10. 5, 10. Because of the difficult terrain.
Nice.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It slams into this corner wall, and then it starts rolling towards you, BB.
Oh no.
I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Okay, good. You managed to find a point as it
I roll
rebounded
up into the
against
corner
you.
on the ground.
Yeah, you rolled up into the corner and you
cry
were
a
able
little
to
bit.
like shove past it as it rolled down the hill. Okay. Mute's turn.
I guess I'm gonna start following the ball or start heading towards Oso.
You would.
1, 2, 3. I want to sidestep you because that comment. 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna wait hesitantly because I just saw it go around that corner. And I'm gonna, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Oso, anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna. Should I heal Montana?
That's on you, dude.
Where'd the
Yeah.
fucking ball go? Yeah, I'm gonna heal her.
Oh, thanks.
Go back.
I appreciate you.
And let's see. You're going to get healing word? No, you're gonna get cure wounds.
Well, I
Ooh.
could get you the weaker one, or I could give you the normal one.
Yeah, because you're looking pretty rough.
I mean, I am at 0.
There you
Oh,
go.
higher level cast. Get an extra point there.
Oh, and then it's just one. Great.
That's
Super
like,
worth the spell slot.
Montana,
Thanks.
Montana, you heal for 8 hit points. Oso's not really into it.
Yay.
He's just like
And then you feel a scab heal over as well at the end.
Nice.
the
Aw,
scab,
thanks.
like
You feel like an
bud.
acne scar, like
Thanks.
kind of.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that last little bit there, bud. That
Yeah, I really put it all
Love
into
it.
it. All into it.
anything else for you,
No, I'm all set.
Alistair? You hear a rumbling still coming from the stairwell, or not stairwell, the ramp up ahead.
The Rampwell.
Rampwell, the very accessible dungeon.
That's very nice of you, Chris.
Even people in wheelchairs can get smushed by an eyeball if they wanted to.
That's right. That's right. No exceptions.
dash. I'll go right here, and I'll end.
Okay. BB,
How's it my turn already so quickly?
I think it's adorable
we're not doing
that
much.
Chris has to
Oh,
call.
okay.
Chris has to call out a BB every
Is it me?
time. No.
Did I have to call you BB, Newt? Why would I call you BB?
No, I thought.
Yeah,
it was
why
the
would you,
creepy-
Chris? Why indeed?
no.
I thought
I
it was
get.
some bag noise, but I was also opening a bag, so I didn't know if it was like echoing.
No.
No. Why
that
do you
was me. I totally thought that I had muted myself before I went shuffling around in that bag. I'm sorry.
BB, what's up?
What's up, BB?
Shit! I'm gonna get up from prone. I'm gonna look at that eye. Is it coming back at me?
No, it is continuing to roll down the slope.
I'm yelling to Alistair because he had ran off like past me. I'm just like, "Hey, cat! It's coming for you!" Duck.
I'm well aware. That's why I'm far away from it.
All right.
I'm probably just gonna follow it.
Okay. Move 5 feet towards it.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
No.
Okay, thank God.
The eyeball continues to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What?
It starts. It slams into the wall, and then starts rolling using the momentum from its past rightward movement, and starts going towards you, Alistair.
That feels right.
I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving.
Why
throw.
even ask him? He's gonna succeed.
Yeah.
How do you know?
You never know.
He's
Wow.
got like 14
Okay.
like in that, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What?
Way to jinx me right off the bat.
Good job, Allie.
Ah.
Yeah, I just killed him.
Well, I'm not gonna get hit by it. I'm using inspiration. Sorry about that.
Oh. Yeah. You go ahead and use your inspiration.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
hit by it.
God.
Please.
Go ahead and use your
That's a lot
inspiration
of
for
fucking
free.
numbers.
Take 68 damage.
Dexterity, and then I'm gonna fail this
Oh
check.
my
There we go.
god.
That's gonna do
Wow.
it.
There you go.
It threatens to slam into you, but it like kips off of this broken table here and slams into the wall just above you as you go like completely prone. You are able to just barely dodge its effects.
By the skin of your whiskers.
I'm gonna move you like over
You
here.
can tell the amount of damage it was gonna
And it
do was
figures that I
almost
moved
perverted.
into one spot where it was going to roll. Like, I had no idea how this room was tilted. I probably should have looked at that.
Yeah, it's tilted like our apartment.
That's rolling pretty fast then.
All right. Mute. It's your turn.
I'm gonna keep running towards the ball, but I'm gonna pick up that torch on my way. So, swoop.
See?
2. Well, 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Can I yeet the torch to BB or no?
Yeah, you can do that.
Can BB catch it?
Sure. DC
Or can
5
I like throw it at her
dexterity
feet?
save. You can
or
also do
something?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeet.
can set it on fire.
I'm just gonna catch it.
Yeah, you just
Oh.
catch it. You kick it up with your foot, and it goes right into your hand. Montana, you're up.
Because she tossed it. Newt tossed it at BB's feet, so I
Oh,
just
I'm not
kicked it
here,
up with my feet and put it in my hand.
Just picked
Like-
it up between his toes.
I imagine I'm probably still on the ground, so I'm gonna stand up.
Mhm.
And then
Montana, I'm gonna have you make a perception check.
okay.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
Do you have a
great.
concussion?
I'm gonna say that if I fail my perception check, probably.
11, make a wish.
I wish I got better damn rolls.
They're not gonna come true.
You're still
Then I-
kind of reeling from the previous slamming hit towards you, but it sounds like there's like a sort of a ringing in your ear, or at least a pulsing in your ear.
I mean,
It
I
sounds like a
healed her,
rumbling that's
so-
getting louder and louder.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, continue with your turn.
That's just my heels. That's how they sound. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, out of curiosity, because it takes half my movement to stand, is that rounded up or down? Because my movement is an odd number.
It's
Because my movement is 25, and I'm not sure if half would be considered 10 or 15.
that low amount of movement is really like hindering. I'm gonna
Wow.
say it only takes
Good
10
burn.
feet.
Okay, so
Oh, that-
I will move the rest of my movement, and then I'm gonna dash and move some more.
Okay.
3, 4, so I'm there now.
All right. Oh, so it is your turn.
Oh,
Oh, so
goodness. I'm just gonna run as far close as I can.
What?
it's pretty
What's so
funny.
funny? Chuckles.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Is playing with his toes.
That's okay.
Kitty.
Hell yeah.
My bean, whatever they call it.
What?
Bean.
It's Toby.
Oh,
You can't
bean.
talk about that. on
Can you not
here.
play your bean on stream? Play with your bean on stream.
So are you dashing then? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna tell you, but Shane's
Someone's
playing with
flicking
beans.
over there.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh.
So,
Oh.
no.
So.
oh.
So toe rope.
Oh,
rope, dope.
come
Wait,
on.
why are you
Whatever.
rolling?
I know why he's rolling.
Hey, put that back. What are you doing?
Exactly why he's rolling.
I don't like
Okay.
this.
Oh,
Alistair,
shit.
it's your turn.
Did it just
Okay.
multiply? Oh,
prepared
fuck,
for
there's
this.
No,
just-
there's just another one.
Another one.
Another
Uh,
eyeball?
oh, I didn't expect that.
Oh, there's 2. Oh wait, that's the original one.
But did anybody see that?
Well,
Nope.
that's not true.
Good. So we don't know.
Alright.
Okay, fine.
It looks like the ball has a bit of momentum left. It's probably going to keep going, Alistair.
Where is it gonna go? Like here and then come out into this hallway?
It's probably going to make a 90-degree turn at that wall. Looks like it's gonna go south.
All right. Can I like help it?
Like help it, like push it.
Oh
Oh, I
wow.
attempt to. Yeah.
Whose side are you on?
All side.
Not ours.
I mean,
does
you
not-
you can try and push it and make it go faster if you want.
I mean, it's already
What?
gonna go that way, so I guess I.
Is it because
Yeah.
you're a
What is
cat?
that? Athletics or strength or?
I
Oh
guess,
my god,
I
he's
guess
a cat, so he has
athletics.
to play with the ball?
That's what I asked.
No, I
That's-
know, that's what I'm saying. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I heard Ben talk about balls.
Oh, now you want to talk about who's talking over something? Go play with your toes more, you fucking nut.
Oh, I will.
Uh, so you start to push it, but it's kind of just moving of its own accord. You're not sure if you're actually pushing it that much harder than it already was going.
All right. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15,
You couldn't even screw us over properly.
30. I wasn't trying to screw us over. I just wanted to throw it into those bears.
Whoa!
Why?
I don't know, because I know they're gonna attack us as soon as they see us. Like,
Fucking psycho. Why would they
Ah.
attack us?
If
I
you
was-
wanted to do that, I was gonna say you might want to do something else other than push it further along where it's going already.
yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
But if,
Um,
tell me what you're doing ahead of time, and I can help you out there.
no. I just wanted to make sure it went into that crevice and rolled away from us.
Imagine
Essentially
Chris
what I mainly wanted.
pulling up from whole cloth that was your plan.
But,
And you were
yeah,
like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
I'm good here.
Okay,
I got
BB,
nothing else.
it's your turn.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you want to do?
he's
I'm moving. So is this stuck there in the corner? It's fine, right?
It still has momentum. It's moving south.
Stuck there in the
I'm
corner.
just gonna try to avoid it and yell back down and be like, "It might be coming back. You better go move really quickly." And
Good.
gonna dash over here to Alistair. And that's it.
Okay. It's the new ball's turn.
Oh, good. What's the
Two.
ball?
They come in pairs.
They always do.
I'll get it.
Sorry, buddy. I
shout
thought you
out
were-
to all the pair.
Okay, this one
Yeah,
seems
the
to
ball's
come
out there.
from around the bend. It seems to have been rolling a bit longer than this one, and probably was released later. But anyway, that's only as far as it moves. The other one, on the other hand, is going to keep going. It has minus 15 foot speed now that it's on flat ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It slams into the wall. 6, 7, 8. I believe that's how far it goes. No, it goes one more. It slams into this wall. It still seems to have a bit of momentum, and it will continue to move as it slows down. Newt, it's your turn.
I'd like to keep running away. So. Well, before I plop myself down, did I see that ball coming? The second one?
How far is your dark vision? 60 feet?
Let me see. Boop, 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 boop.
It should be.
Where would it say that?
It'll probably be in your features in the lower right of the front half of the sheet.
Front half.
The first tab.
The first page, yeah.
Lower right. What the hell? Oh, dark vision goblin. 60 feet, yes. Hooray, I did it, guys.
We did
Okay,
it. Game's over. We did it.
it is far
did it.
beyond your dark vision, though it's now unmistakably, it can be heard, and Montana definitely can see it.
Alright.
Far beyond your dark vision.
If
And I'm
hearing
shouting at everybody
something-
about it.
So if I'm hearing it, then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And then how much is it to dash?
It just takes your action, which doubles your movement.
Oh. Can I just do that?
Yeah, everybody's
Also,
been
what are
doing it.
those square things? Pillars, right?
Those are busted tables that you ran past.
They're
Yeah,
billers.
shit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Hi.
It seems to be going in that direction, I'd like to say.
Oh, fuck.
Ice.
That would be visually apparent to you,
What?
that it was
I-
going in that direction.
Oh.
Yeah, you definitely.
Just wanted to
know
let you
when.
know. Okay, after your dash, Montana, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep dashing. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or was that still difficult terrain back there?
Yep.
Then I am there.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Thanks. And that was all of it.
Okay, Oso, it's your turn.
Can I hear the other ball?
Yeah,
now, or, like,
everybody
who's-
can. Montana shouted it down the hallway.
Yep.
It's
okay.
the entire turn. Everybody's been talking about it. It's all everybody can talk about.
There's
Let's
another
talk
one.
about-
Oh,
Down.
anyone can fucking talk about it. Everyone's
There's
Twitter
another
out
one.
of control.
Another one.
Okay, and I'm gonna put another. I'm gonna peek out of the corner. I'm gonna drop another. Is this whole thing terrain? Whoa.
Sorry.
Just that square.
Okay, I want to put another one in front of it. That is. I want to put another molder in front of it.
Yeah, I already did it for you, dude.
Okay, sorry. And then I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna transform into a fucking spider dog.
This hallway is
I
not
didn't know you
very
could
tight.
transform into
No,
a
it's
spider
not
dog.
very tight.
Sorry, it's not very wide. If you wanted
Oh,
to sit on the
am
ceiling,
I-
it would probably smush you.
Sit on the ceiling.
I'm just letting you know, if you crawl onto the ceiling, the ball will still be able to hit you.
Oh, that wasn't my plan at all. No,
Okay.
I just wanted to be a spider.
Okay.
I just feel like being a fucking spider. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Dad, is that all right, Dad? To be a fucking spider? Huh?
Just wanted to make sure you understood the layout.
I'll understand
allow
your
it.
layout.
You feel like taking on the responsibility of an extra 6 limbs? Go right ahead.
Well, if you'd like, you can click that giant spider button, and I think it'll turn you into a giant spider.
Is that okay with you?
See,
I think
everything works as intended.
And then I'm gonna walk forward a bunch. I feel like I can't see things that are like right in front of
You know
me.
you're breathing in the mic.
I am.
Yeah.
I think Discord must have turned off my
I don't know. But
background
anyway,
noise suppression.
I'm gonna
Probably
stop
hard for
right
you to
there.
see also because there's no torches nearby. I think you
Oh.
left a torch way up there.
Well, there's like a weird, like, I don't know. I can see a cone in front of me, but like behind me is blank for some reason.
That's
But there's
because
a weird-
there's a torch right over here.
Oh, okay. So it's probably coming out of the hallway. All right.
Yeah.
It just looks odd, but that makes sense.
Anyway, Alistair, ball's still rolling.
It's still rolling.
It's still trending, and nobody really knows why.
Your
I-
favorite?
I don't understand the physics, but
It's
So-
slowing down over time on this flat surface, but it is seemingly changing direction every time it hits a wall.
all right. So what way is it heading now?
It
This
is
way?
it is heading north. It is continuing along the path. And by path, I mean it came from here.
Right.
It hit this
It
wall.
went this way.
It went this way. Then it went this way. And then it went this way. It's now going this way.
Now, how does it look like it's going fast enough as to where if a good enough athletics check and I could push it into this corner, it would stop it?
It's moving at about 30 feet per round, like normal, like running speed there. If you think that you can make a big enough strength check, potentially.
probably not me. It would probably have to be
It is.
combined
It is a
effort.
10-foot diameter stone boulder
Yeah.
that deals 70 damage if it hits people.
Yeah, it's really. I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I get into the crevice. And I'm gonna make a stealth check actually right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide from the bear.
Okay.
So it didn't try to see me. And then I'm done.
You're being as subtle as possible, but it looks like the bears are intrigued by a smashing stone noise coming from
Yeah, figured
down
it
this
would be.
hallway. They probably don't see you precisely, but they might investigate anyway. BB, it's your turn. BB moves swiftly.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, she doesn't say what she does.
Well, I was trying to see who I was hearing noise off of, and it was checking the mics. And it's you, Ben. You got an echo on you.
uh,
In an air tunnel.
Kinda. So basically, I'm
Oh, what are you doing?
moving to the opposite side
Gotcha.
since I see that the ball is going toward Newt now.
Right.
Okay. The other eyeball then proceeds to move. Okay. The ball is rolling down the tunnel, but it seems to have gotten caught a bit on the difficult terrain that that Oso made. Otherwise, it probably would have gotten to this corner over here. Meanwhile, this one, its speed is reduced by another 15 feet or so. And it just kind of rolls lazily up towards the top. It looks like in another turn it'll probably slow down to a halt. Newt, it is your turn.
I'm going to move.
Sounds like a
Uh,
solid plan.
yeah. Nah. I'm gonna go here. And can I just kind of like duck behind the wall this way?
Yeah, you duck up into the ramp tunnel where you guys came from. You see that Oso has turned into a giant spider and is running down the ramp towards you guys.
Alright, yeah, I just want to like skirt. Alright. That's it.
Okay. Montana, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep running. Am I unmuted?
You're
Very
Yeah, you're
unmuted.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna dash again. And so this eyeball, haven't been able to see it because I've been in the hallway. Has this
It's
eyeball been
moving
bouncing around this room?
Yeah, it's been bouncing around the
Yeah.
room. It's currently moving towards the right, and it's slowing to a stop.
Then
But still
I'm
moving
gonna
slightly.
go. Behind it.
Nice.
And that's my whole turn.
Oso.
I want to do my best
You
to
always do your best.
web. Thanks. I want to web up this fucking ball. How fast is it going? Like, do I think?
It's doing the equivalent of a regular humanoid dashing. It's going about 60 feet per round.
Okay, well, maybe you can tell me. Do I think that putting like a web up, like a web in filling the hallway or web on the ground would be more effective to stop it?
At this speed, I'm not sure if it would be very effective.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna put a web going like across the hallway, like from the top to bottom. I guess.
Okay. You try your best to spit some webs up and down there. Um,
Whether it
ki-
works or not, I don't. It doesn't matter. That's what I think I would do.
Yeah. It takes some of your time, so it does take up your entire action. It isn't like Donkey Kong where he just spits out entire webs and then just chooses when they
yeah. I
when they
think
pop
that's
out.
what
So that does take your action. What else do you do?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I guess. Um, I'm gonna continue walking forward. I guess. Just get out of the way. 15, 20, 25. Get into the room here. And now I'm gonna try and crawl up one of the pillars.
They are not pillars. They are still not pillars.
Oh, tables. That's right.
They are smashed on the ground.
Okay. Well, I'll
to
crawl up the wall then.
smithereens. Okay.
Climb
behind-
into the rubble of the table.
behind behind the door.
Sure. How much
like over
movement
here.
do you have?
35, 30? 30.
I don't think you can make it up the wall from here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm on the floor then.
Okay.
Behind the wall.
Alistair. It looks like the owlbears are going to investigate you. Not you, sorry, the noise. They're probably going to roll for initiative this turn.
Yay, 5, 10. I'm sneakily doing this. 5, 10, 15, 25. And I want to hide behind this. These are like coffins, right? Or
They are
sarcophagus?
sarcophagi, yeah.
Right. I want to try and hide behind this.
They're actually pillars.
They're not pillars. Sure, make a stealth check.
Will do.
Okay, you manage to duck behind one of them as the owlbears are like, kind of like patting each other, just like, hey, go check this thing out. You manage to find a gap that you can duck into one of the sarcophagi. Okay, anything else for you?
That's it.
Or
No,
sarcophagirl.
Sarcophagude. BB, it's your turn.
I think it's time to get out of the way of the other one that's coming through. I'm just gonna actually press myself up against the wall,
Okay.
and I'll hold a reaction to move out of the way in case it goes this way instead.
Sure. It's good. It's a good action choice.
I'm worried it's gonna bounce off of the other one and then try to hit me.
Okay. The owlbear that was healed by you guys, it's no longer asleep. It is
Yeah.
moving on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's gonna dash. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It heads into a little hallway there, and it can see Montana from here, as well as the giant eyeball, as well as the giant spider.
Oh, giant spider. Oh my god.
Well, the web slowed it down by 5 feet, but it just quickly snapped through it. But the second eyeball goes and threatens to roll over Newt. Newt, I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oops, why didn't that? Shoot. Got it.
Okay, you manage to duck out of the way as this gigantic eyeball goes past you as well. This guy continues to move and finally comes to rest against this wall. Newt, it is your turn.
Am I still unmuted?
You're
You're
unmuted.
fine.
Oh, good.
Hear you.
All right. Oh, good. I'm afraid to move forward because those could start bouncing. I don't want to get squished. There's problems in the other room.
You can try and move forward, but it's going to cost another dexterity save.
Can I move backwards?
Yeah.
Without doing a dexterity save?
Yeah. Because of the weird rules of this game, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 of those right now, so either. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Just the corner right here, because that's a little in the way.
Okay, and make a dexterity save.
Wait, so not moving means.
Well,
If-
I said moving through it is going to cost a dexterity save.
Oh, I thought you said moving backward wouldn't cost one, but moving forward would.
You asked about moving backwards, and I said, no, that's fine because of the rules of this game.
So not moving at all means no dexterity.
Moving
save.
backward means that you don't need to make one.
But you just said make one.
Because you're not moving backward, you're moving past the eyeball.
Yeah, but it's coming towards me,
So if it's coming towards you,
and I
and
just
you
made a
move
dex
backward,
save. Well, I meant like backward, like behind the wall.
if you move through it, it's going to cost you a dexterity save.
Okay, then I want to go there. No.
Okay.
Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. You peek out from around this corner and you see an owlbear sauntering its way into this tunnel.
Good.
Montana, it's your turn.
Just as I planned.
I hate this.
You may be muted now, Montana.
I sure am. Kylo was saying that she hates this, and I was like, same.
Yeah, it's a weird puzzle.
It is. I'm kind of trapped. Like, where do I go? Like, I could run into the owl bear, and it's gonna
Did you
attack
just hear
me.
my crisis?
Yeah. I guess
The owlbears aren't gonna hurt
Oh,
you.
they are.
hurt you.
I'm gonna come down here because I feel like it'll probably be a bit before that eyeball comes to this corner. So I think I'm pretty safe over here.
Okay.
Do I want to do anything else? Not right now. Let's sit tight.
Okay. Oso, it's your turn.
This might this might take a dexterity save, but I want to like crawl onto the ball,
Onto the rolling ball.
the one in the corner. Is it
The
still
one
rolling?
over here is not rolling.
Okay, I want to jump on the one that is rolling.
You want to jump on the one that is rolling.
Yeah.
Have you seen a spider on a rolling ball?
Oh, what?
Like, if something is clinging to a ball and sticking tight to a ball and it rolls,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you know what's going on.
I mean, I can move, right?
Yeah, he's
I mean,
gonna
I can
try to
walk
like run
around it.
on the ball and like stay balanced on it.
I can still walk on it.
Yeah, it would be hard. I assume.
If it's moving at the speed of like a person walking, I assume I
Of
can
a
walk.
person running.
Yeah,
Okay,
running.
well, I'm still a giant spider, so I think I could walk against it.
But you're gonna
rolling
get
forward.
squished.
Why would I? I would just roll. I'd walk against
You
it.
can certainly try.
It would be like
I
a.
hate when you say that.
It would be like an acrobatics check, I would assume. But
Yeah, it's literally being an acrobat. Yes.
I'm a fucking spider.
Okay. You're an animal on a rolling ball, so I don't know what's not acrobatic about that.
I mean, spiders are pretty agile.
Famous last words.
Well
the game
known
of
for
log
their
roll.
agility. Okay,
Spiders aren't known for their agility.
I never said that.
I was like, you ever heard of Spider-Man?
Okay, you attempt to climb on that ball. We'll resolve that when it starts moving.
Wait. Okay. Am I on it?
Yeah, you jumped on it and it's continuing to move.
then can I just save my move speed? Like, I don't know how. Why? I don't know why that's such a hard request.
You're stuck to it, dude.
I
I'm
think
not
he's-
stuck to it.
I think he's
have,
gonna ask you to make
I can control my
consistent,
sticky spider feet. It's not a sticky
Listen
ball.
to what Sheena's
Well-
about to say.
because I know exactly how Curse is gonna do this. You're gonna have to make acrobatics checks every single round, and it's gonna take all of your movement to stay on this ball.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it
Including a
takes
dash,
60
you're not
feet
gonna
to
have
move.
action.
Okay.
So you're not gonna have actions, and you're gonna have to succeed an acrobatics check every round, or you're gonna get squashed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me just not do anything
Hmm.
then.
Okay, it's this owlbear's turn.
You're on that ball.
How dare I try anything?
Sorry, dude.
It's moving really fast. I kind of get it.
You're trying to do
It's not
something
that
very
fast. It's the
difficult.
speed of a person.
Yeah, the speed of a person moving maximum speed every round.
Yeah, like, all right. So basic math for like a monk is women's Olympics dash 9.8 seconds for the 100-meter dash.
I'm done with. I don't
Just
care. Just
think about
whatever.
how fast
No, I
that
don't
is.
care, it's fine.
9.8 seconds.
I'm gonna forget this in 2 seconds because I don't care.
But each round's only
I don't care.
a
Go
minute.
next.
Alistair, it's going to make a check. It's probably not going to see you, but...
Okay.
Oh, it's actually, that is the wrong check to make. It's a perception check, and it actually has advantage. Such things. Okay, but it still doesn't see you. It goes right uncomfortably close to you as it's following its mate over here. Meanwhile, Alistair, it's your turn. What would you like to do? The owlbears, of course, still look very weakened from their previous battle with you guys.
Stealthily move around to try to
Remain hidden?
remain hidden, and then I am going to. I'm not gonna shoot it right now, but I am gonna like
Ready
hold
your
an
action in
Ready
case
my
it
action.
gets
If
aggressive?
it becomes violent, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, sounds good.
This-
BB. It looks like that ball has come to a stop. It looks like Oso went back into the tunnel. What do you do?
Not go back into the tunnel. I'm gonna move over to where this ball is, and I'm gonna kind of hide next to it.
Okay.
I see the owlbears now.
Yeah, you do.
Are they aggressively? They're still checking it out, right?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Can I try and wave them away? Like
That would be
danger.
an animal handling check, probably. Okay, you think that they might be curious, and in order to try and keep up your good rapport with them, you try and, like, get them to get out of here, so you raise up your arms and go, "Ah! Get out of here! Get out of here!" And as you raise your arms, it stands up to its full height and roars back at you. You have failed your animal handling check and thoroughly intimidated it.
Nice.
I motherfucker.
What are you doing to us?
I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all.
You're not gonna sleep because of me.
Nope, I ain't got time for this. Did I already use my lightning breath?
You did not. I don't...
And,
I think you've had a
Borrow
rest
Random,
since you last used it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we
think
did.
I'm just gonna use that and try. It roared at me, and I'm gonna roar back
Okay.
in hopes that it makes it run away. But I'm gonna try and not hit it.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot it up into the ceiling or something.
Yeah, like Godzilla style, I guess. Like, okay.
Okay.
Fuck out.
This time, make
What
an
element of
intimidation.
lightning breath do blue dragons have?
It's
Yeah.
lightning. Yeah.
Lightning.
Their lightning breath is lightning. Either way, I'm gonna say make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Like hurting them is not gonna, like rolling the damage isn't gonna change much if you're not shooting at them.
12.
Neat.
Uh-oh.
Let's insight.
I ain't intimidated by shit.
Owlbears have seen many a wizard. They know when they're being threatened.
Motherfuckers.
These guys are.
It's fine. Next time they just get fucking bullets between the eyes. It's fine.
Ooh.
Get it? Because we're also in between eyes.
It rushes towards you, BB,
Terrible.
and it swipes.
Ugh.
Second attack gets a 17.
And I think, yeah, that one hits.
Okay, it hits you for 9 piercing, but that's it.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it only has 1 of each attack.
Okay.
Okay, this boy's turn. Okay, I said we'd resolve it now. Oso, make an acrobatics check. You scuttle on top of the still rolling giant stone eyeball just as it's emerging from the cavern. And you try scuttling your feet as fast as you can against the movement to stay on top of it. Okay, you do succeed to stay on top of the object and are able to move with it. So I'm going to keep you kind of right there, and then I'm going to move it. Nope, it's moving that thing. 1, 2, 6. Okay, it moves 6, 7, 8. It slams. I may have shunted you out of there by accident. I'm gonna take you off of the thing just for while it's going on. But you're still on top of it, rest assured. Okay, so it slams into the wall. There's now an eyeball next to it, which is very funny looking. It's hilarious. It's even more hilarious that there's an eyeball with a spider on it. As it slams into this, the other one went to the right with its momentum. This one also tries to go to the right, but it can't. And it starts rolling in the opposite direction. So it's going to start moving to... Track of its movement, hold on. Okay, 40.
Oh
60.
no.
It starts going down here.
Oh no.
As it's changing direction and whatnot, also, I'm going to have you make a second acrobatics check to try and maintain your solid ground on top of it. You got me? You might be muted.
Yeah, Mike, he's muted.
He's muted. Oh.
My bad.
No, okay.
Forgot I was muted.
I thought you were just like really sour. I was like, oh man, I feel bad.
I mean, I'm not that sour. That's why I
No,
was like,
I'll
I
just
don't
forget
care.
it.
Okay,
I'm just gonna sit here and pout.
Whatever.
Okay, even better. So you are able to still maintain your rollaboutedness. The other one has stopped moving. Newt, it is your turn. There's an owlbear. It has reared back and is starting to fight BB, in spite of your previous arrangement to leave its territory in peace.
I similarly want to try to talk to him and be like, wait, no.
Okay,
He's gonna
animal
get
handling.
us.
You try and calm it down using your knowledge of nature and affinity for
Ooh.
animals. You launch yourself up onto the owlbear and start scritching a portion behind its neck. It goes to swipe at you, but it can't quite get it because its muscles are too damn big for its damn face. And then it starts to like calm down. BB kind of like backs up, like reaching for their gun, and you have managed to calm this owlbear down. The other one started moving towards you guys, noticing that there was a battle going on, but it is also starting to calm, seeing its partner no longer in an aggro state.
Perfect.
Is there anything else that you want to do with your turn, Newt, before I move on?
No, I just want to keep soothing this owlbear.
Okay. Are you moving anywhere?
Oh, well, I moved on top of it.
Okay.
Because you said I was on his face.
Montana, it is your turn. The eyeball is rolling towards you, now with a spider.
It sure is. I'm gonna do something maybe possibly stupid. I want to come back this way.
Everyone loves a good comeback.
And then I want to dash.
Okay.
And I want to do a perception check to see if I can tell if there are any more coming.
Okay, make a perception check.
Or that I would have to be close to hear something down the hallway, so...
Yeah. You listen down the hallway, but you don't hear any signs that there's any more eyeballs coming down the way.
Okay, and I feel like it would be pretty loud, so I feel like I would have figured something out. So I'm fairly confident that there are no more eyeballs coming. That was my whole move.
You
So, but
nod
I,
assuredly to yourself.
yeah, I'll shout. I don't know if anybody can hear me from this far away. Maybe a little bit. They're probably all panicking, but I will shout to them that I don't think there's any more.
Okay. You shout to them. Oso, you've spent your entire last turn moving. If you want to stay on this ball, you're probably going to have to spend your entire turn moving this turn. If you want to do something and then hop off, then you can definitely do that if you want on this turn.
Well, what I wanted to do was web it to the ceiling and use my body to like cause friction on it while I'm stuck to the webbing.
I mean, you can definitely still try to slow it down. There's actually rules for that, which does require a strength check.
Okay. Do I just do a strength check or do I roll for the webbing thing?
No, you don't need to roll for the webbing thing if you're just shooting at the ceiling in any direction. I'm gonna say that the webbing will give you a +2 to your strength check for this. Yeah, it's just strength. It looks like it's not athletics, actually. Okay,
Gross.
you got a 9. It is still moving. It's threatening to overtake you as you start to provide friction here. Do you want to hop off of it?
I want to use my inspiration.
Okay. You dig your all 8 of your heels in, and you try with all your might to slow down this thing. And with that +2, it's an 18. That is still not enough to slow it
Jesus.
down. The floor is thankfully able to start slowing it down, but I'm going to say that you've only reduced its speed by about 5 feet.
Okay. Now I want to hop off.
Okay. After it's
Okay.
like skidding along your feet that have like all those hairs like
The
hills.
hills?
Tails.
Those
There's too many
hairs.
hills, guys. I can't.
Your spider,
Shave your legs.
your Sam Raimi spider hands are like trying to skid along.
What the hell was
Hail spider.
on my spider legs?
Too many spider hills.
Shut the fuck up, everybody! Stop bullying me. And you hop off and let it roll, as you aren't able to slow it down as much as you wanted to. Anything? Well, I guess that's your action for this turn.
Yeah, I can't move anymore. So.
Okay. This owlbear is no longer aggroed. It's just kind of curiously looking at what's going on down here. Alistair, it's your turn. The owlbears seem to no longer be super mega aggro. You could make them
Well-
aggro though if you really wanted to.
I could, but I think I'll choose not to at the moment. Can I just investigate the sarcophagus while I'm here? Is there anything
Sure.
good in it?
I mean, the owlbears are distracted.
And there are a lot of them, so there's plenty to
Alright.
investigate.
Well,
There's more to see than can ever be seen.
Calm down. Loot.
Yeah, you sift through the wreckage here, but there doesn't seem to be anything except for some old bones that look like they have some scratches from beaks and paws on it.
Gross.
I wonder what made those.
Well, I'll just.
Looks separately like it could have been from both an owl and maybe a bear.
Yeah. I'll just remain here and remain stealthily because.
You remain with the remains.
Yes.
Nice. BB, it's your turn. It looks like Newt has calmed the savage beast, as it were. She looks back at you, smiling while scritching underneath its chin.
Oh boy.
That was a close one.
It looks like the ball is still rolling.
I think. Fuck. Do I have anything? You know, it'd be great right here. An immovable rod would be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
That would be the perfect item, probably.
Or an immovable spider.
No, you're definitely movable and squishable.
I'm just saying while we're daydreaming, you know.
True.
I mean,
Ooh. I'm gonna go over to the edge of this, and I'm gonna try and shove a shovel in between the tiles, so that way, if the thing hits on the side, it's gonna hopefully kind of try and prevent it from like knocking that one away as well.
I never realized shove was the root word for shovel, and I feel
Like a
weird
better
about
person.
that. I don't know how I feel about it. It feels very strange.
Okay.
So, athletics. strength
Sure.
check.
Okay, yeah, you shove a shovel, as it were, into the tiles right in front of that other eyeball.
Yeah, so just trying to like wedge it in between the stone to
Hmm.
prevent it from moving.
Okay, it has in fact stopped moving, so that's
no, once the other one hits it.
good. The other one is going the other direction, but yeah.
Meh.
Okay, it is this owlbear's turn. As it's getting scritches, it's kind of like starting to move into the room as if to investigate what all the noise is about. What do you guys do? BB and Newt, you guys can use a reaction if you want.
I ain't doing anything. He wants to get squished, he gets squished.
Okay, well if Newt's not going to do anything, then the owlbear continues to move with Newt on it.
Kyle, I don't know if you're muted or not.
I was muted.
Okay.
You should mute
I
the.
don't want to be on his face.
Okay. So do you let him go?
Yeah. Bye, buddy.
I'm gonna assume that these things are smart enough to figure out if there's danger ahead and it will run away on its own.
As it is calmed down by Newt, it goes inside of this room to start looking around.
Oh no.
It goes to investigate. It sees that there's a giant spider in here. It isn't sure how it feels about that. Oso, do you act aggressively towards it, or are you trying to be non-aggressive?
No, I'm definitely still trying to be there for him.
Okay, then I'm gonna have you
'Cause I
make
have-
a animal handling check.
Right. I wave one of my little legs at it.
You do the what's it called? The jumping spider, peacock spider dance. Whichever one does the dance.
Adorable.
Aminal handling.
It's gonna insight against that. It's not super high.
Oh, this time
Okay,
it is.
today it was.
Today it was. Unfortunately, you didn't quite overcome its insight. I always feel weird about these, but unfortunately, that didn't succeed in calming it down. Once again,
You weren't able to communicate.
waving your hands in the air does seem to intimidate it.
Took it as a threat. Oh, you got more hands than me, huh?
Oh, you think you got so many hands?
Think you're better than me?
It isn't aware that you're the same Oso from before.
It just doesn't know that.
So it's gonna try and take a swipe at you. It's not gonna go in with the beak yet. It's doing a warning shot. And I think it actually that might hit you because you're a spider. I forgot. No, it doesn't hit you. Neat. It goes to swipe at you, but it just like scratches along your wooden carapace. It's this boy's turn. Been a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have moved 30 feet there. It's only moving 25. And its speed was reduced, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Also, good job, because if it hadn't been reduced by both the spider web from earlier and you slowing it down by 5 feet, it would have slammed into BB.
Nice.
Just thought I'd highlight that.
Yay.
Thanks.
Newt! It's your turn. Looks like they are finally starting to slow down, but it's going right towards BB.
Can I like grab BB by like the shirt and try to pull him into the hallway because I think he's gonna keep coming towards him?
Okay, that's probably going to need an athletics check because you two are the most disparately proportioned people
Alright.
here.
Oh,
Did you say acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. You can do all the backflips you want. It's not gonna call it.
I don't know. Well, people might stop and be like, "Wow, that's impressive."
Oh damn. Yeah, but then
let
he
me
just
go through
stops
this
moving.
hallway with you.
Okay, you manage to use all of your body weight and you pull BB, and you're actually able to get him pulled about 5 feet.
What in tarnation to the hell?
That ball was coming right towards you.
Impossible! I put a shovel next to that one.
I got you, buddy.
Oh boy.
Okay, Montana, nothing's coming.
Yeah, I will go back then. 3, 5. Both of the balls stop now, you said?
This one
Or
is
the
moving.
other one is still rolling?
That ball is rolling to the north.
Okay.
It's about to slam into a shovel that has been stabbed into the ground.
Shoot it.
I
Been
will...
shoveled.
I'm worried that if I move forward, will I still be able to make an animal handling check so this owlbear doesn't get scared by me, who is now running towards it?
Have you done all your movement this turn?
Not yet.
For a movement action?
I've done my movement. I haven't dashed.
You might
Not
need
good
to.
enough.
You might need to take an action here to do an animal handling check.
Okay.
It isn't even aware of you, so you'd have to get its attention. You have to do some
Yeah.
like Obi-Wan Kenobi like wooing in the background over there.
I
And
think
no one's that charismatic. Come on.
I think instead I'll just I'll wait here and see how things shake out for now. We'll see what happens next turn.
Okay, you're not gonna Obi-Wan Kenobi and go ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
No, I have a feeling that would probably just make things worse.
You sure you don't want to put your hands in the air and yell?
Like you just don't care.
I just
Also-
don't care. Yeah.
Oh, so it's your turn.
put-
It looks
I
like
put
it
my
just
hands
gave
in
you a
the air.
warning swipe.
I wanna. Yeah, am I in any danger from anything else?
Doesn't look like the ball's going towards you.
All
Looks
right.
like the ball's rolling to the north to hit that other eyeball.
I want to web it. Web one of them again. Let me see. Is that eyeball twitching? Did you have an animation on it?
No, I just figured I'd illustrate which one's rolling while I'm waiting.
Oh man, that's okay. I'm so immersed. I want to web it, and then I don't know if this makes sense. If I can't do it, then don't let me. But I just want to web it and like transform back into Oso, while holding onto like the web.
It's kind of cool, so yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna throw some web on it, and revert. And I'm gonna yell at the owlbear. Make sure your kids are safe. These things are going crazy. It's me. We're trying to stop these things. And I'm like yanking back on the ball. Like I know it's probably not gonna do anything, but
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to like stop it.
You spat the webbing at the ball.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to yank on it, and then I was yelling at the owlbear to like make sure its kids are safe while these things are hanging around. Hopefully that would help it.
Want to
Like,
check and make sure you still have. Okay, it hasn't been too long, so I think you still have Speak with Animals active. It lasts 10 minutes, and the owlbear was asleep for like 1 minute because you guys kind of hurried on. So I feel like you still have it active. So I think you can still talk to these things. Okay. You transform back after spitting out a web. The owlbear like tries to swipe at it, thinking it's going towards it, and it lands onto the eyeball behind it. And you transform back, going, and it goes, and it seems to understand that you were the person that healed it back then. This is the one that was injured before.
okay. Right. Okay.
This one sees the other ones, and it is calmed down. It sort of backs up to give you guys room, not quite knowing what's going on. Alistair, checking out another sarcophagus?
I'm here. Hold
Oh,
on.
sounds like he's taking a poop.
He's in the other room.
I'm here. Okay. I made it back from my potty break just in time. Alright. I guess is the owlbear
It's still
It's still calm.
non-aggressive.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate this sarcophagus.
Mm.
guy
Alistair
then.
zips up and looks inside the sarcophagus.
Oh,
Ice
gross.
Spoon, do something
You
useful while I'm
shit.
hiding.
The other sarcophagus? Did you use it as a litter box? You fucking sicko.
It had a lot of
No.
rubble. You look inside, but it looks like it's just humanoid remains once more, shattered amongst the sarcophagus rubble.
All right.
like-
Well, now is that a whole action, or
Um,
I'm just
To-
wondering if you?
to investigate, yeah, probably.
All right, that's fine. I'll just continue to. Well, might as well move behind this one and continue to stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make a perception check.
I'd love to do that.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, please don't do the. Oh, never mind. You're good.
Well,
Oh no.
we're gonna move on.
Oh no.
It's even worse.
Good thing. He had a good one. He had a good roll.
He did have a good roll.
Maybe
Maybe
not
it's
good
your
either.
turn.
Who knows?
God, I've split too far from the party. It's my fault.
I mean,
Potty? You weren't taking a shit.
I'm with.
I guess same idea, but maybe to prevent the ball from coming out this way, I'm gonna grab the shovel and I'm gonna try and move it over here.
Okay, make an athletics check because you nat 20'd it into the ground there.
Yeah, that thing is shoved into the ground.
Sufficiently sure.
I'm a strong boy, I know.
I think you're. Is this
Well.
BB's time to be a shovel knight?
Yes.
You start trying to pull it out, but it's wedged in there far stronger than you thought that you actually got it in there.
All right. Well, then I'll just leave it be. Just take a step back. I ain't getting crushed.
Let me know when you're done with your movement.
Mer.
Does that mean you're done with your movement?
No, I'm trying to move my shit around. It's
It's
being a
okay.
pain in the ass. I'm just gonna
Oh, you and Shane
Big-
both.
step around the corner,
Just
Yeah.
moving.
press myself up against the wall, so that way the owlbear doesn't feel threatened by my presence.
Okay, I got some nuts too.
This owlbear looks at the string and takes Oso's advice to heart, and it, in true fashion, Rada's up to the north wall, avoiding the giant eyeball. The giant eyeball slams into this eyeball, and with a perfect apex to recoil off of, much like a desk marble, it starts going completely back.
Oh, that was very evocative.
And it comes to a rest, having taken all of its energy out in that final push. The shovel is completely destroyed.
No.
There is
No, my favorite shovel.
there is still a shovel blade that is wedged in the ground, but the haft and the handle are completely destroyed.
Yeah, all right.
This ends combat.
Yeah, all
Oh
right.
shit.
Yay.
The owlbears
We did it.
are no longer threatened by you guys, and see that, in fact, there was a trap this way that they weren't aware of. And
well-
Osa was able to warn them of it and protect them. So they now fully trust you guys, and do not attack at Oso's command.
Ha. All right. Cool.
Yeah, Alistair.
I didn't shoot it
You wanted
this
to.
time.
Urge.
I wanted to, but
Move was more directed at Shane.
I guess now that combat is over, I'll like move this way so I'm
Start
like
to cry.
closer to you guys.
Oh, terrifying. I didn't think I'd actually run into a rolling ball. I just wanted to be an adventurer.
while I'm
I
here.
thought that was a trope. I didn't think it was real.
Haven't you seen Indiana Jones? What's wrong with you?
I've
I've only seen in Diana Jones. It's a different
Oh.
movie.
in Diana
Well,
Jones.
I've only seen Montana Miller.
Scene. Alistair, you did actually find something with that previous perception check. I was just going to tell you later because I was being a
Ooh.
bitch.
And the babies.
Understood.
So
My
You did find that there does seem to be um, in the northern wall there are scorch marks spread along the wall. However, the scorch marks just stop, like right along that section, about a 10-foot section. The scorch marks stop completely, as if there was nothing there.
Can I further investigate that section of the wall and look for like door outlines or anything?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Do. Oh my.
Natural 20. You do find that there is, in fact, a seam along this northern wall. It outlines a 10-foot square wall section in front of you.
Do I see like a
Also
handle or
find...
anything?
sorry, I'm just drawing it so you can tell where it is. You also, as you're looking around it, there's like this sort of meander, like zigzagging pattern going along the wall stripe, and there are like leaves embedded into this pattern. But one of the leaves is movable. As you go into like twist it, it comes off, revealing that there is a keyhole for a normal-sized door key, just straight up in this wall.
Dorky.
I am.
A normal sized dorky.
All right. So, just to remember, what section are we in right now? I don't know if it has a. We're in the apprentice level.
You're in the
Wizard.
Arcane Chambers level, which is
Arcane
the second
Chambers,
level of the dungeon. This area seems to be of elven craft, unlike the
Okay.
northern section that seems to be of dwarven craft. The section below you guys seems to be of Minecraft.
Okay.
No.
Is that an anime?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an anime.
I figured it was.
I knew it.
I fucking knew it.
Section. I call it the owl bear room.
Okay. I'll allow you to call it the owlbear room.
No.
Oh, I changed my mind immediately.
Like, owl it.
Allow. You'll
Yeah.
allow it.
Yeah, it was good. I
Hey
liked it.
Chris, my hands are feeling a little sticky. Do they have any moist owlets in here?
They're not that moist.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Also, as Alistair is continuing to investigate the other room, the owlbears come inside and start like sniffing around at these giant like eyeballs and such, and start kind of acting a bit more friendly towards you guys. Also, the owlbear lets you pet it, in fact, and you still have like a minute or so left on the Speak with Animals, like 2 minutes. Do you need to say anything to them?
Whoa. I feel like I should ask some information.
Probably ask them about the weird, like, fire scorch marks that Alistair saw.
Well, I don't think he knows about that yet.
He didn't.
Did you tell him?
I will
Mm.
now, I guess.
I found a door. It's a hidden door that requires a key. I don't have a key, though.
Cool.
Have you guys seen a key around here? Do you know what a key is?
It cocks its head and then says, "No, don't know what key is."
Maybe
Okay,
that's
okay.
what they were looking for. The key to this room.
Have you guys lived in this room your whole life?
Ooh,
Because you've never set that trap up before. Are you just saying who?
it's an owlbear.
It's
Right.
an owlbear, that probably means yes.
Yes, that tracks.
I just don't know if you're asking me who, and I'm like, no, you.
Oh,
Who?
God.
I was trying to beg the... Okay, so...
I wasn't sure. I didn't want it to go on too long.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it who's first, but it does eventually say, We were brought here in a flash of magic.
Oh,
One
do
day
you know where you?
forest, now dark place.
Okay, so just sits down for story time.
That's
Oh,
the end
you're
of the
done.
story.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, cool. I was really getting into that. Do you remember? You remember where you were before? Did you say you were in a dark forest?
Big forest.
Are you guys trying to get out of here?
Trying to find food. The other, it kind of looks back towards the other one, and then it looks back towards you and said, nested.
Nested, right? Okay.
Eggs not
Well,
safe.
tell you what, this place doesn't look like any good place for owlbears. We're heading to a forest. Maybe you guys should follow us until then. You know, we can help you get out of here safely if you want.
Make a persuasion check.
Do.
Its mate comes over next to it. And they kind of like nuzzle each other, and it says, "No, stay here with eggs."
That's true. I guess you don't want to travel with those eggs. Do I have any rations that I could get? Well, I don't need to eat, so I probably wouldn't take. Does anybody have any spare rations?
If you had rations, you'd probably have them in your inventory.
I think I do.
So, have you tried figuring out where their eggs are so that maybe we don't disturb them? We can look at all the other sarcophagus, see if there's maybe something hidden inside of them.
I do.
That's
I
good.
have
We'll
rations.
do that.
Oh. What else?
I don't have any. I mean, in my explorer's pack, there would be rations, right? But I don't. I still probably would have just thrown them out. I don't think I would have had them on me.
Okay. Well,
That's
if,
why. Yeah.
if nobody
I'll
else
just
has
ask.
anything, then you don't have any.
I have rations.
Could you spare some for our friends here?
Yeah, I can probably give like 4.
Okay. Here you go. Here's some food.
Montana, you start fishing food out of your pack and like tossing it to the owl bears. They split it amongst themselves, with the mother lion getting mother owl bear getting the lion's
Mother.
share, which is what I was going to say.
The mother lion getting the owlbear share.
The owlbear turns to you. Your spell seems to be running thin. Is there anything else you want to ask?
All right, guys. I only got a couple seconds. Any other questions you think I should ask these people? Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, where are your eggs? We don't want to disturb them, but we do need to search these things. So,
It just gestures into the other room. It says, "In rock nest."
rock nest. Okay. Just look out for a rock nest. Don't touch it.
That's the sarcophagus is. That's we gotta. Okay.
Can I go walk around and not open them up, but like perceive that one of them might have been messed with, and the owlbears like slid the cover back on kind of sloppily?
As you look around the chamber, there is one in the far lower left. That one, its lid is off, and it is still smashed, although it's been smashed to a bit of a finer rubble, and resting within the remnants of the sarcophagus's barriers are about 6 eggs. They are rather large, like football-sized.
Alright, let's do like a quick peek. There's no key in there with it, right? I don't want to touch it.
Make a perception check.
Oh shit.
Like, of course, the one time owlbears get their hands on something, they bury it with the important thing.
Oh, the shinies.
Ugh.
As you peer inside, you think that you can, in fact,
Son of a bitch.
see the glint of something
Oh, my-
silver.
I'm gonna talk to the owlbears really quick before it's gone. Or is it
Yep.
gone?
I'm gonna peek up and look over to see if they're doing anything. I'm gonna kind of go and reach in and grab the key.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Also, you go to talk to the bears. What do you say?
I'm like, oh, I don't know that she's doing that, right?
No, you don't.
Oh,
All right. Well, I was gonna say, well, we need a shiny thing, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, but we need it to get the door. So if it's near your eggs, don't worry about it.
Who?
Yeah, yeah. Who? Exactly. Shiny thing. Who?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Your spell has run out.
I'm so worried. I reach out my hand for a handshake. I don't know. I know they're not gonna know what it is, but
Haha. As usual, holding up your hands and shaking it around causes them to fly into a range. No.
oh no.
Oh, so what have you done?
owlbears,
For
it's
initiative.
canon. Do not like dancing. Do not dance with owlbears. They will freak out and they will maul you.
Also, I just looked at chat and saw rolling your eyes. Good one.
Mm.
Uh,
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 Does a 10 get me the key? It's kind of average.
it is average, and you're able to like squish your hand in there. The eggs are kind of nudged in rather neatly, but one of the eggs starts to roll outside of the rock nest, as it were, the rubble nest. They aren't very soft for a nest. It's starting to roll. Do you want to make a dexterity save to catch it?
Yeah? Don't do this to me, Christopher.
I notice it.
Can't believe Allie killed an owlbear child.
Don't do this to me.
Right, it's just like
Oh.
baby.
I can't believe.
Inspiration. Fuck you. No, I'm using it.
Oh no.
on an egg.
On an egg.
You stole raptor egg.
Whew.
Look at that Tama go.
No.
That is the nuttiest thing you said
No,
ever.
Tamago.
And I got it, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I
Oh,
hate
shit.
everything and all of you.
Tips hat.
Oh, fuck.
Yada yada does it.
Oh god.
BB, you go to grab it and it slips out of your grasp, but then you reach out with your
I
foot
catch it with my foot.
and you catch
Yeah.
it in your draconic toes.
And your tail.
No, it's in her toes and his toes, and you're like
pervert.
gripping it like a monkey's grip kind of deal.
What?
Your claws are like just scratching along the outer shell of it carefully as you can. You bring your foot back to your hand and you carefully put it back in its place, but you have extracted the key.
All right, this is it just proves that Chris has no fucking clue that you can catch a ball with your foot in sports
Hey, he's not a
But
sports guy.
with like the top of your foot and by curling it toward your shin.
No, I'm sure you could, but
This is
I
weird.
Not what he thought of.
wanted your claws to be on it.
Oh, okay. That's
I
fine.
wanted you to lightly scrape it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he wants your claws to be on it so that it looks extra threatening to these
Yeah.
elders who are
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
to see you fucking with
I
their
imagine
eggs.
this
I
light
understand it's possible, but not in my universe.
Listen, all that I had in my head was the lizard from Rescuers Down Under
That's what I was
scrabbling its
thinking.
claws.
Yeah, of course.
These are not Joanna's eggs. Anywhu,
They're not BB's eggs.
BB, these are not BB's eggs. You place them back carefully, and you've extracted the key. It's probably now best to walk off before they realize that
Yep.
you've gone near there.
You're very quiet. I think you might be muted.
No,
No?
no, right in front of my mic.
Oh, Kyla.
Oh. Thought you said Allie. Sorry.
Kyla might be muted. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do they have something to
Super
say?
quiet. I don't think so, but she's usually never not that quiet. Usually not that quiet for that long. That's not what I meant.
Anyway.
In the game.
The owlbears continue to sift about the place. Eventually, the mother loses interest and walks past Newt and heads
Oh.
back towards the eggs to ensure that they are protected. They start sniffing around in the eggs and kind of like eye BB warily. Just gonna have it make a nice little keen smell check.
You monster.
Oh, boy. Oh,
It doesn't seem to have reacted adversely. It just kind of starts sitting down near its nest, and curls up and kind of like puts its beaked head over its paws as if it's resting.
I'm gonna
It's the
slide
the beaked
this
head.
sarcophagus and make it look like I'm looking at the other places.
Okay. as you guys
I was like, oh,
are
I
able,
found it. It's another place.
as you guys are able to thoroughly investigate this place, now with their blessing, there doesn't seem to be much else in these sarcophagi. You guys already found a intact pot in one of them, and now the key in another, but the rest are mostly remains, rubble, or ruins.
I look to Alistair and I give
Oh.
like a quick high pitched whistle before he runs off,
Yes.
and then I toss him the key.
Yeet! Toss him the key. Okay, Alistair.
Toss a key.
Okay, I open this door.
Alistair
Attempt to-
raises his hand in the sky and goes, "I Hasaki!"
You sure you don't want to go ahead and check that? Make sure there's no traps in there. We did just kind of run away
I
from some
trust
eyeballs.
that there are no traps in this place.
I'm gonna
I will
sit
inspect
down
the
over here behind the sarcophagus and put my hand over my ears.
I'll carefully just give a once over.
Okay. As you're investigating, no, I'm just fucking kidding.
Fuck you.
Fall from the sky.
This one just falls straight on top of you. There's no ramp.
You're dead. There's no
You don't even
getting
get
away.
a save.
Don't
I
even
just
get a
killed
save.
you.
It's just
Oh,
let
Just
me
dead.
just
God, I hate those rolls where things just drop on you from like the sky.
It's just on
rocks
You don't
fall.
get a save.
Alistair dies. 69 damage. Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Honestly, not a bad way to go out.
Wow.
If I would prefer it, I'd prefer it that way.
You know what that means?
That'd be
I don't
hilarious.
have enough money for chicken nuggets.
I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets.
Ready for chicken nugget.
Okay, Alistair, you are able to discern that there don't seem to be any traps on this door whatsoever. You slide in the key, and after turning it once,
slowly.
it seems
You
to
pervertedly slide in the key.
it seems to sink down into the ground, just down to like where the key is sticking out, creating a little threshold. Meanwhile, the top half sinks into the ceiling, and you're able to forward as soon as I think.
Onward.
Inside, you can see another sarcophagus.
All right. Can I check the doorway and stuff for any levers or plates and?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean by plates, not like a dinner plate, but like a.
Yes. I moved
Pressure
to the other
plate.
sarcophagus and I
Like
ducked
the
back
pressure
down
plates
again.
that set off those boulders? Yeah.
Like a lunch plate.
Yeah, those.
You don't find anything of note.
All right. Well, I'll go in and investigate the sarcophagus.
As you enter this musty, dusty tomb, you see that there is a huge, heavy sarcophagus made entirely out of alabaster stone, and it's set atop a 1-foot-high block of granite. The lid is carved in the likeness of a regal elf of indeterminate age or gender, with a yawning cat stretching on the elf's chest. It's part of the relief of the sarcophagus lid. It's not like a different
Oh,
sculpture.
what a relief! It's not real.
Anyway, that's it.
Wow.
The rest of the walls are decorated with similar meandering vine-like patterns.
All right. In typical fashion, I'd like to try and wiggle open this sarcophagus.
Okay. You try and pry open the lid, but it does not move.
Do you remember the last time I did that? I got
Even
trouble
with
for it.
like a crowbar.
Make an investigation check.
I'll do that.
Alistair, wait!
Aha!
As you chip into it with a crowbar, it doesn't get very far, and after feeling it up with your little toe beans, you sense that
Oh,
you sense that it's actually not quite a
A sarcophagus.
it's not quite a sarcophagus. The seam where the lid is just carved to look like there's a seam there. It's actually a solid
Oh.
object.
it's a fake.
Okay, well, somebody put extreme effort to make this object look like that. Somebody is extremely bored and I hate them.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. So there's
could make an insight check to figure out if you can figure out why someone would do that.
I don't know. Check out the surrounding area and the walls and everything. I guess. No.
Yeah, you can investigate those too.
Yay.
The walls don't seem to show any unique signs. Check all the leaves to make sure there's no like other keys in this area, but
Right.
doesn't seem to be anything unusual about the walls.
What'd you find in there, cat?
I want to stand up on the sarcophagus, or not, well, the fake ophagus, and I want to say, "There's nothing here."
The sarcastic esophagus.
What the hell are you
Nice.
standing on then? It looks like something. That's not nothing.
It's nothing. It doesn't do anything. It's just like fancy marble boulder.
Are you
It's really
sure?
Stupid. Yes.
Knock on it. Is it hollow?
I knock on it. Assuming that was part of my investigation, I probably would have touched it a little bit.
You probably touched it a little bit, but I wouldn't say you knocked on it.
Yeah,
Unless you
I'll
did.
do that then. I'll knock on it.
So you knock on the alabaster lid there. It does sound kind of hollow.
Oh, can I look at the bottom of the, like on the ground? Does
Look
it
for
look
a
like there's like
seam?
a sliding, would slide back and then like stairs descend?
You can try.
Like to get to the Thieves Guild in Skyrim or
Try.
whatever it is.
That'd be an investigate once more. Okay. You don't sense that there's anything showing that this granite slab that it's resting on would move back or anything. Although you do see that there is a seam between the sarcophagus and the slab itself. They're made out of two different materials.
The sarcophagus and the slab. Alright, so it's like a big rectangle stone on top of another different material stone. I'm just saying stone. It's in like granite, marble. Yeah.
It's like it's made out of alabaster, which is like a white.
Alright.
Or is it
plastic.
alabaster?
Yeah.
Huh?
I just thought they named it after me.
Alistair.
What, alabaster? Ow.
Help me push this near the
Okay.
seat.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I'm not even over there.
Maybe it requires teamwork from Team Alistair to push the alabaster.
I don't push it, and I'm just gonna stand there real quick. And stare
First
at
of
him.
all, this is not your team.
It always has been.
I
And it
I'll
reject-
be on your team.
All right.
Don't-
See,
No, don't encourage him. I put,
Oh,
I put my hand
yeah,
out.
wow.
I reject the idea that this is your team.
No.
I think everyone deserves some encouragement now and again.
Except
and I think
for
you might be
Alistair.
onto something.
No. I ain't doubting that he ain't onto something. I'm doubting that he has any sort of sensibility to have any respect for the rest of us. So, and I stick my hand out, be like, let him push on his own for a bit and figure it out, and then he can say, please.
Please, okay, Mom.
I didn't sound very honest.
Please. Please.
Bully.
That's please, Daddy.
Jesus.
I'm
It's
gonna
please,
minor illusion a big piece of parchment that says "Please push" on it.
Ugh. Fine, desperate enough, I think I'll give you a hand.
2, please.
About as good as you're gonna get with him, so you might as well.
Right. It's at least something.
You
Okay.
can take that to the bank.
Making improvements every day.
Okay. You guys doing some team effort stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess I'll come over too.
I guess. That's what I
Actually,
want.
I don't even know where you guys
Take
are.
your assistant.
They're in the north end of that room that you're in.
Yeah, I assist you, I guess.
We might need an extra pair of hands, Montana.
Yeah, everybody make one athletics check that's helping.
I missed the part where you said athletics check.
I kind of didn't.
I assumed it was an athletics check.
Yeah, and
so
it was good
strength.
assumption.
No, I use
Okay,
acrobatics and I flip on it.
Okay,
You can do as many backflips as you want.
Yeah. Stop standing on the sarcophagus. You're making it heavier.
Where's Niat? She's the strongest out of all of us.
She was able to pull baby.
That's what I was
I
gonna
know.
say that.
With your collective checks, you're able to eventually succeed, and you lift not the lid off of this sarcophagus, but the entire sarcophagus up. It appears to be hollow, and resting underneath of
Hollow.
it, there does appear to be stuff underneath it.
Some stuff.
Some stuff.
I
kinda
investigate
stuff?
the stuff.
Where you moving the
Shiny.
lid?
Can
Oh.
we pivot it and like tilt it up against a wall or something?
Sure, you can
Like, tip
pivot it.
over.
You guys start trying to move it as if you're moving really heavy gypsum furniture.
It's so specific.
Well, it's made of gypsum, which is
Oh,
alabaster.
you said alabaster. Oh, I don't know things.
Yeah, I also thought it was plaster until I looked it up just now.
I only know alabaster. Every time I hear it, I think of the Prince of Egypt because it's in that song.
Oh,
I just know it's a white
Oh,
stone.
okay.
Alabaster stone. That's all I hear every time. The first time I heard that.
They're the same.
Oh, cool.
Yep, they're the same. I just looked it up.
Alabaster is gypsum.
It forms plaster. Plaster of Paris. Alabaster is a fine grained white or lightly tinted variety of gypsum.
Okay, yeah, gypsum is
I
powdered to
see.
make plaster. That makes sense. That's why I had that perception in my head. Okay, cool.
Learn more things today.
Yeah,
Learned even
we
more
can stop
things than
playing
I
now.
intended. Yeah, we all learned something today. Eyes
Game's
will
over, thank you
roll,
for coming.
eggs will roll, sarcophaguses
Female
don't.
hyenas have
They need to be
penises.
lifted. Yep,
Wait,
we learned
what?
that on
I
your
don't
stream.
remember that one.
Don't worry about it. I'll talk about it
Is that
later.
in your search history? That doesn't count.
No.
You pivot it to the side and are able to maneuver it off of the granite slab. Upon which you find that there is a little box containing heaps of coins.
Oh.
Just as well, there appears to be among it a red vial of liquid, a ring crafted of copper with jade gems and delicate motifs etched into it. There's a tapestry woven with gold depicting a fish, and there is a mirror framed of coral with amethyst gems around its frame and sharp geometric patterns punctuating it.
Nice.
Now, before you all go touching it, I think we need to figure out if anything here is gonna kill us. Newt, think you can check this for magic?
yes. Oh, wait, not me.
I have no idea where Kyla is.
Yeah, we haven't heard from her in a while.
Yeah, I think
She
she's
okay?
either asleep or
I'm gonna go find out.
muted.
Maybe we had somebody that lived with it.
Yeah.
Sheena is her sister, so she can check.
Just walks in.
What?
Like, what are you doing?
Animal Crossing, my turnips,
My turnip.
Make cabbages.
not mine. Anyway,
Like
amongst
cabbages.
my cabbages, amongst all of
Wake up and play Dungeons and Dragons.
what?
She fall asleep?
Yeah, I did. Hi.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
Burst into the room. Play Dungeons and Dragons.
Newt.
Wake up and play.
Newt was curled up with the owlbears in the corner and their eggs.
Oh.
And
You didn't kill them.
you guys shout back into the other room, Newt, we need you to... Newt!
Luke.
Okay. I'm trying to arcana these items.
Yeah, they're asking you to detect some magic. Alistair attempts to arcana them. They look like they could be of fairly fine enough quality to be enchanted, but you're not sure if they actually are.
I called dibs in the ring.
As
Okay.
My skills aren't what they used to be.
as Newt comes over and does a detect magic spell as a ritual. Actually, no, she can just do it as an action because she has the invocation. So she detects that there is some magic in this little tiny treasure hoard, and it's coming from the vial. It seems to be some sort of evocation magic, which is the same type of
Oh.
magic as healing.
Oh, okay. Is it a healing potion? Maybe.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's something that we could all hang on to. And I pick that up and put it in my pocket.
Okay. Can I get an
Alright.
intelligence check to find out the value of some of these items?
Oh, a check.
All of us? Is that what you're saying?
If anybody wants to figure out the values of these items.
I'm smart boy.
Yeah, I wanted to grab the ring and see what that. Oops.
I'm just copying and pasting.
That's
all
a saving
this
throw. 20
junk.
left.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I just realized which of the items felt magical.
The vial.
A
Because
potion.
so it's a potion. Okay.
It's a vial of magical
but
liquid, otherwise known
okay.
to the layman as a potion.
Would you consider that to be a magic imbued object?
So you can identify it?
I have, because I'm a knowledge domain cleric, I can ritual cast identify, so it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
even count as a spell slot.
Yeah,
So
you
I'll do
can.
that then, so we know exactly how, like, if it's a healing potion, we'll know exactly how strong it is.
It is in fact a healing potion, and it is the least kind, so it's just a potion of healing.
So I break it, I throw it on the ground,
And then I already put it in my pocket.
and
so
I
I'm trying to
spit
punch
on
my
it. I
pocket.
spit on it. I push the pocket.
Spitting on me.
There's all the non-magical treasure that you found. You've also found a grand total of let me just get this in here. It's an amount. It's quite the
Ooh.
amount.
There's some.
Do tell.
All right. Well, I'll take all of these coins.
Yeah, no. That's
I
not how
don't.
that
I don't
works.
know what
Yeah.
any of this stuff is
Yeah.
worth.
Alright.
So
Let me divide this 5 of us?
I think so.
yep, there's 5 of you guys. Alistair, you do you are able to identify the value relatively of most of these items. And they're probably worth about 25 gold pieces each. They're all of relatively similar, like, amounts of material and also, what's it called? Skill of make. So there's
Alright.
3 items, mirror, a ring, and a tapestry, and each is worth 25 GP.
Well, this mirror is calling out to.
No, let me finish typing.
What?
Don't.
I'm not
don't
gonna
you
hit
dare.
send until you're done.
Alright, good. Math.
Math.
Thank you.
Should we just add that now?
I would add the each to our character sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
BB just divided all of the gold pieces up. I don't think there's so much there that it's going to, like, negatively encumber you guys. You're not at that point yet. So you guys
We never
can
will be.
The 1,400 silver pieces is pushing it, but I think we're okay.
eat every 100 coins is a pound, I think. So that's 14 pounds there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the gold pieces are like 4 pounds. And the copper pieces are 2 pounds for each of you. And it should
It's a
automatically
pound.
do that in your
It
character
does,
sheet.
yeah.
It does.
But the art objects, there's only 3 of those. Oso is calling claim to the ring. At least he did first. And then Alistair is calling claim to the mirror.
Yes,
do you
it
guys...
has my face on it.
It is the most beautiful thing objectively in this chamber.
What's his face?
BB's like, how about now? And looks at it. Ugh, I don't want it anymore.
I think I'm fine. You guys can keep all that trinkets and shit.
Okay, BB is saying no to the trinkies.
I just like the ring.
I don't like knickknacks.
Okay, does anybody want the tapestry?
I
If
don't like
Kyla
that
doesn't
either.
want it, I'll take it.
No.
Okay,
Okay,
Montana, you
I'll take the
grab the
tapestry
gold woven tapestry with a fish on it.
I'm sorry your ale wasn't in here, Montana. I thought you a good
Yeah,
place to
see, I'm pretty sure that my ale is behind that door that had people drinking ale on it, like way back there. So I didn't think it was gonna be down here, but you know we're sticking together, so it's fine.
find.
It's fine.
Okay, right. That's a
I
little
mean,
passive
we can
aggressive,
definitely head on back, or we can try and get to the end of this tunnel, see where it
Yes,
leads.
we also have the scary eyeball tunnel that we haven't explored yet.
Hmm.
This is true. We've come this far. May as well see
I
what
think-
it is that's down
I would
there
like to
for
go
all
in
our
front
troubles.
and-
You know, I did almost
Clearly,
die, so I'd be interested in knowing what that trap was protecting.
somebody wanted us to not go there. Yeah.
Who would want to be trap fodder now?
I'm curious to see how much your life is worth.
Play your last pathetic card, Yugi.
There are no pathetic cards in my deck, Kaiba, except maybe the Karibo.
Okay. You have negative
Oh.
viewers. That's
But
weird.
it has its. But if you use multiply on it, it's infinite defense.
And that's
But
how
can
that
you
works.
turn on my dark vision with the goggles so I don't have to worry about having the torch?
I thought I did.
Oh, I did. Never mind. I still had the torch with me.
Yeah, you just
and I
have
thought
the
it was
torch
weird.
with you.
Yeah. well,
Which
it's
kind of
gone now.
helps Oso, I guess.
Oso has a torch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm heading on back down the end of the
Oh,
tunnel, see what's down
alright.
there. If anyone wants to
I am-
join.
I
Okay.
am too. I was just updating inventory.
As
Yeah.
people are still shoving stuff into their backpacks, BB
Wait for
starts heading up the ramp
me!
past the complete wreckage from these two eyeballs over here. It seems Hallister's gaze is even harder than would have imagined.
Oh, the two still difficult.
Thank God it wasn't a trap based on a beholder. Then you would have had to deal with like 11 eyes rolling down in succession,
God damn it.
and they
Oh,
would have been
no.
shooting out beams. That's
Oh,
a trap for
no.
another day.
That's a horrible trap. I don't want to ever see it.
Chris makes notes.
Oh, it sounds
Beholder
delicious.
I'm just gonna
trap,
just gonna
11
switch.
eyes.
Beans.
Okay. Yeah, you guys start
Alright,
heading up. You make
We're
it
all
to-
cautiously looking
Yes.
at our feet, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
the pressure plate seems to have been right here where it was activated, but it now seems to just be loose, as if it was like sprung free. It's no longer reacting when you guys touch it.
Can I look up into the ceiling? Is there still a hole in there?
The hole kind of like it rolled back into place.
Oh, okay. Like it slid.
Yeah, it like just scooped out another ball. Alistair, when you get to this point, you can see that there is a sort of pseudo ramp here, where it seems that a second eyeball had rolled out from.
Huh. Wonder what came out. I wonder what came out of there. Oh well, we'll never find out.
We'll never know. Is there dents on the floor where they fell?
Yeah, there's like cracks on the floor.
Okay. And
Alistair,
they were painted?
Oh, I will not move.
Yeah, they were painted.
Alistair, the hallway opens out into another room. That is all I have to say.
Oh. I will proceed to the other room.
Okay. Okay, Alistair.
I would like
So,
to-
All right, you die. Next.
in this other room,
The end.
there's a row of 6 slanted stone tables. They each seem to have rusty shackles sticking out of them, with leather straps
Nice.
at each cuff. Underneath the lower end of each table, set into the floor, is a shallow circular stone basin.
It looks like a toilet.
A toilet with shackles and leather straps, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe
Where'd
that
you
the
go?
drow maybe on here. I don't know. I don't know what they're into. They're miserable beasts.
Otherwise, there is a hallway leading to the west,
guess
outside of this room.
I guess I'll further investigate one of them. Just
Sure.
'cause I'm
Make an
curious.
investigation check.
I think like a waterboard situation. I feel, but I don't know.
You don't find much in terms of like secrets on these, but you do notice that there is a hefty red, like brown stain coming from the top of the slant of these tables, and like permanently embedded in the bottom of these like basins or wells stuck at the bottom of them. You intuit that blood probably dripped down from these into the basins.
Looks like
Whoa.
blood. Definitely blood.
Yes, it's rather disgusting and cruel. Oh, so touch it.
No,
Okay.
no.
I touch it.
You're not even in the room yet.
I already touched it. Well,
You're not
yeah,
even
I'm
in the
not
room yet.
moving every second. He told me to touch it.
You're not even in the room
You're
yet.
not even here.
Okay, fine. I'm in the room.
No? There
Your
you are.
character says otherwise.
There you are.
Trying
Brought your
Now you're
torch with
gone.
you. Okay. You go over Oso and you touch it.
I touch it.
It feels cold and foreboding.
Feels cold, Alistair,
Is,
and foreboding.
yes, like my heart. Anyway, is there anything at the end of the hallway?
Do you need to talk about something?
No.
There doesn't seem to be anything down there. It looks like there's like a bit of rubble from what was once a stool. That's about it.
Stool is in.
As
Poop,
in,
an actual stool.
as
Okay,
in a wooden stool.
got
Just
it.
make sure
All
we're
right.
poop.
A wooden
It's definitely
sculpture
a
of poop,
toilet.
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was actual stool there. All right, move on. That's gross.
Whose
Yuckaroonie.
idea was it to
About
start
things
calling
that
it?
are gross.
It's because you sit. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. Which one came first, the stool or the stool?
Definitely the stool.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up, baby.
I
No.
figured you all wanted to know. I might as well clear it up. It's the stool.
What came first, the
How
owl
would you
or
know?
the egg?
Well, the egg, obviously.
Look, I don't want to deal with your BM. And I
My
mean bad
BMB,
manners.
your BMBS.
Yeah,
Your BM.
I was waiting for that one.
Bad mannered bullshit.
It's not bad manners.
Peek around this corner.
You
I don't
peek
need to
around this corner.
Your desk.
Yeah, that is your initial, your initial response to this room. There is a, there's a stone
Doo-doo-doo.
sarcophagus.
There is doo-doo here.
There's a stone sarcophagus, that is resting atop two misshapen blocks of stone, creating a makeshift desk. Sorry, the lid of a stone sarcophagus. And behind it, in front of it, there's a high-backed chair made out of charred wood that has one armrest missing. Beyond this desk and chair, dusty books are crammed into niches in the south wall. Similar niches in the other walls contain tall, alabaster funerary urns covered with dust and cobwebs. There's about 17 in total, spanning around the room.
I just wanted to take a peek at the book, see if anything was interesting.
As you peek at the books, they seem to contain all manner of sort of scientific and historical subjects. There's books on alchemy, dwarven and elven history, engineering, gemcraft, study of monsters, and weather prediction. They're all kind of like falling apart in disrepair.
A bunch of nerd books.
Although you do note that one of them is just filled with what looks to be arcane mysteries of some sort. Your best guess with your height of your perception is probably that it's some sort of spell book. It's got like gems studded in the cover and whatnot.
I do that same quick whistle that I did for Alistair trying to give him the key, and I just kind of point my head over to the book that looks like the spell book.
Am I?
Hey, got some nerd books over here, kid.
Yeah, her boy. Yeah, boy.
Check it out. Nerd
Just,
books.
just one, just one of those like quick like whistles. Usually like
Ah.
you do to your parents or if you have siblings to try and find them in like a shopping mall.
Here, Dwight, you want a candy bar?
No, no one else did that. Okay, just me and just Chris's parents. Okay, got it.
Can't whistle that loudly.
Ew.
They
What do
usually
you
use
have
they
here,
usually use
BB?
their name like a fucking human being.
No,
Sorry, Alistair, what was that?
What do you have here, BB?
it's something for you. I'm assuming because that ain't my cup of tea.
That ain't my
Prefer
speech.
I believe you're the cup of coffee kind of
I
person.
prefer coffee.
That was the joke.
That's
I was
what she
trying to make
said.
it funny.
That's what they said.
Ha ha! Very funny. Let me see this book. I will further investigate it. I
You're
wanna read.
So you're an arcane trickster. I don't think you have the ability to copy spells into a spell book. But a wizard would definitely be able to make use of this.
Fucking take one level in wizard, damn it.
Further-
God damn it.
Furthermore,
What if my backstory had something about a wizard in it?
Huh? Yeah, it's one level in wizard.
although you guys can make an insight check.
But no one knows your backstory, Shane.
Right?
I only know his front story.
Shane has hidden his backstory from both me as a DM and also Allie as a DM.
I have partial. I just don't.
And
know a
also
lot.
probably himself.
You
because
were
he
brief.
didn't say it.
It was so brief, Shane.
Chris, when I first made this character.
Hey, I don't know what mine is either, so
Damn it.
It's true.
I,
So
I
I
still want
made
to try
some.
to investigate it, and it still intrigues me regardless of whether I can actually understand it or
Yeah,
not.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting book, and I think because of like your nature of being, and I
You're
Yeah.
right.
gesture up and
D&D
down of
backstories are riveting. Let's just keep talking about it.
gesture up and down of magical cat.
There seems to be a variety of sort of spells in this book. There's some forms of divination, some forms of like abjuration, um, definitely some forms of aggressive attacks as well. But only
Oh yeah,
one of those. The rest seem to, from the illustrations that are nicely drawn into the book,
yeah.
there's a floating disc spell. There appears to be some sort of ray attack. There's one dude with a crown that's like attacking their allies, and one that seems to be a person turning into a gaseous sort of form.
Nice. Those are some pretty good spells that I
This
don't
is
know
my
about.
this is
Uh,
my favorite book ever. I'm keeping this.
Can I get an insight check from
Me?
Oso, BB, Newt? I think just you three.
Yeah.
The other people might have been able to make this, but for now I'm just doing it for you three.
An inside check, right?
Yep.
I'll be going and hitting that old inside button.
Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
Those
uh,
are good insights.
all three of you, Newt first, remembers that there was somebody on the surface that was willing to pay good money for spellbooks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because I wasn't in the okay.
Yeah.
Remember
Alistair-
Cademan? Good-
What? Remember Cademan?
Good times.
Is there any
Yeah,
way you could
man,
copy
that's
those spells
nice.
down?
It would unfortunately require expertise and understanding. Even the smallest marking out of place could render its copy useless.
Oh, is that what Alistair tells me?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Oh, you sound different, Alistair, but fair enough.
I'm just throwing it out there. I think somebody else had this quest because I'm not finding anything on magical spell books.
What? I'm pretty sure we all had that.
Well, it wasn't an overt quest. There was just somebody willing
There's
to
someone,
to
yeah.
buy them.
So it's whoever would talk to them knew about it.
You
Yeah.
guys definitely remember something about it.
That's what I actually remember.
Hmm.
Something about it.
There's some guy that was willing to buy gems, some guy
Wanted
that was
buy
willing to buy
books,
spell books.
gems, jewelry, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I remember the Thrizier one, yeah.
Sure, everyone remembers Thrazier.
Magical
Hard
stuff.
to forget.
Ow! What the fuck?
Did you just hit somebody?
My
I'm
fucking
assuming-
dog started scratching her chin, but she smacked my back so hard. She was basically punching me in the back.
It slipped off her chin and just went
repeatedly.
into your back.
No, when she kept doing it, she didn't care. She just like bum 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 bum. I'm like, okay, thanks.
The other
Oh.
person that was buying, besides Thrazier, was Obaya Uday.
I buy a book.
Obaya, you a spell book.
Buy Uday's book. Yeah, Alistair, we might need that book.
I'll hold on to it for now.
Okay,
But
that's
we need it for
fine.
magic reasons, you
Well,
know?
You will have to tear
Magic.
this damn thing out of my hands.
Out of my cold
Yeah.
dead claws.
Yeah, we'll just wait for you to die.
Okay, sounds good. You
Oh,
wanna
what?
get
Did I say that out loud?
spell books in here? Is there
Yeah,
a
put
more
a
specific
spell book in
way?
there. I don't think anybody's going to be able to use it, but just say, for my sake,
Exactly.
that it was in room 26E on level 2. You won't know what that
26E?
means, but I'll be able to look it up if we ever need to know what spells were in it.
Spell book from room 26E.
You can just go
It
into
doesn't-
the item that you put into your inventory. There's like a little space underneath it that you can use for notes. If you hit the very minuscule lowercase I icon.
You said room 26E,
Yep, 26E.
floor
Yeah.
2.
On
I just
floor
write
2.
it down in my treasure section.
That's
I
fair
just wrote
too.
it down in the quest section so that way we
Write
all
it down
don't
in your
forget
butt?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't forget it.
Yeah, because you guys can't really copy it down, so we don't need to know what spells
My-
are in it until we need
My
to.
character's new mission to
write it down somehow to find a way.
I guess you're just gonna have to take a level in wizard.
I mean, honestly, that would be a worthwhile like role-playing thing to
Pretty good quest.
study the
I
book
think.
yourself and try to uncover knowledge of it, and then just multi-class into wizard. Like that would be a totally valid reason to do so.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
Or maybe take a feat for the ritual casting feat. So that gives you a spell book, I think.
Or just give me the book and don't worry about it.
Or just give me the book. Just give me the book. I'm not gonna sell it.
Give me the
I
book.
don't think so.
Okay, so yeah, you found that from
Alright.
amongst the books that are piled in these southern wall niches. Along the other walls are a bunch of alabaster funerary urns. And
How many times did you write the word alabaster in here?
I think fantasy writers like the word because it sounds like fantasy plaster.
It's definitely.
Yeah.
I see. I never pick the word plaster. To me, it's always marble. Like it's like a fancy marble. Like it's just white. I know it's weird. That's just what I see.
Can I investigate the urns? Because alabaster is a stone, so I get a bonus.
Oh, she's gonna cum them.
Okay.
I'm gonna lick. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lick.
she's
the
gonna
urns.
lick it. She's gonna lick the.
Okay. Make a history check, and you can add your double proficiency to it.
Turns and says, "I
Okay.
taste
Oh
dead
man,
people."
that's like super.
Yeah, so
Super
I believe
duper.
your proficiency at this level is 3, so you can add another 3 to that, so 26. Um, with your knowledge, this exquisite work with stone, while a dwarf probably could execute it, it's probably the finer work of an elf. These are probably of elven make, and they're definitely funerary in quality. They're probably very old, like almost as old as uh, the name of the fucking dwarves, Malerkin dwarves that you were stalking the past of in this area.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably almost as old as that.
Do the urns appear to have contents, or are they empty?
If you pick one up and like shake it around, it seems that there's a little weight to it, but not too much.
A skinny
Okay.
person died here.
You
What's
you
a
just put that
halfling?
you put that one urn back that you checked.
Yeah. I don't know that I want to open any of them because like that's not very nice to dead people.
Oh, poor
Unless they like
dead
making
people.
new friends. I
That's
say.
true. Are they like lined up along this back wall here, or are they
They're
closer to
lining
this desk?
they're lining most of the room. Each wall, there's niches in them. Sorry, I was pinging, but I was on the wrong layer. In the walls,
I'm gonna name you Alabaster Niche.
there are niches in the eastern and western walls, as well as the southern wall. But the southern wall, the urns have been taken out and replaced with books,
Okay.
as if
Is it
it was
just
a makeshift
niches, or are
bookshelf.
there niches and nephews? Nephews.
No.
Huh.
Okay. Just making sure.
I think there's probably more here. It could take us a while to investigate unless I like guess right on the first try. Huh. Does anybody else have any ideas why like whether I don't know, like I feel like something else is hiding back here, like something else to be found.
In the niche?
Either in the niche or like behind the books, like where they were taken out to be replaced with books.
Mm,
Or I guess like if they were taken out to be replaced with books, like where did the rest of them go?
The other urns are on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Can I check the desk?
Yeah, you can check the desk. It's mostly.
It's like a makeshift desk, right?
Yeah. If you check the desk, it's gonna be on top of it because it's literally a sarcophagus lid placed on like 2 plinths.
Gotcha.
Do the plinths look like they were there before, or were they like moved?
Looks like they were moved into place.
Okay.
Amongst the various like papers and such, It looks like there were just more books of the same sort of topics on the desk, and notes taken from those books. They don't seem to make any sense to you. Looks like somebody was trying to do some sort of research project in here.
Yeah, it sounds like garbage. Here, you nerds can have it. Pointing to the cat.
Fuck, that's funny. I don't know.
Glad you're entertained. I aim to please.
I don't know.
I
I'll figure.
Realized I was muted. I guess I can help try to investigate the desk. I'm not great at it, but I am a wizard. Or not I'm not a wizard, but I do magic, so
Oh,
I can't make heads or tails of it.
This seems very arcane in nature. Whoever was here was probably some sort of arcane spellcaster. At least from the looks of some of the magical runes just in the margins of some of their notes.
hmm.
A little beyond me then.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Newt, what about you? You you got anything on these?
I think it's asleep still.
We could just take a rest here and just kind of spend an hour about, just meandering through the pages, see if there's anything interesting that might pop
Could
up.
use a rest, yeah.
That's
I
true. It seems safe
like-
enough back here.
Okay, well, if you guys want, you can take a rest here. If you also want, you can try and thoroughly investigate the room if you tell me what you're doing during this rest. Are you taking an 8-hour rest?
Can we do that? I'd like to do
I would
that.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can totes do that.
We can
Oh, man.
take
'Cause I feel
turn
like we're in
shifts
a
and kind of
pretty
go through.
safe spot.
Hmm.
We can like barricade the door and just like chill, because like I don't think anyone's coming
There's
in
no
here.
door,
There's a
but
secret door
yeah.
to begin with.
Well, there's
Oh wait,
no
don't we have the key? Isn't it locked?
this secret
Okay,
door
yeah.
is not a secret door.
There was
Oh.
no secret.
Not secret. I meant it was locked. That's what I meant.
There was no locked door, there was just an eyeball.
Oh, we didn't go in that door yet.
Oh, we have.
The one with
You
the
guys
key?
went through a
Yeah,
key
that was
door,
the-
and then you helped lift the sarcophagus off a bunch of treasure.
Oh, okay. I thought it was okay. I thought that was in another sarcophagus.
There's a lot of
Right.
sarcophaguses.
Yeah, lots of guesses.
I guess I would probably, through this, however long we're taking, go through the pages, try to make any kind of heads or tails of it, and then investigate more of the niches to see if there's any hidden compartments or doors or anything.
Sure.
That
Are
would
you,
be my entire.
are you
time.
interacting with the urns at all? Or are you, like, respecting them like Montana did?
I'd probably interact with them.
Okay.
With my mage hand, I'm assuming, the way I can stay clean.
Okay.
Not touch
sure.
dead body.
So while you
No
guys are
growth.
like passively milling about here, you guys can take a long rest. Normally I would roll for like an encounter, but this is actually a fairly safe region. There's owlbears between you and them. There's like the potential trap that is like between you and them, and even that's beyond like the weird hallway filled with statues. It's pretty empty out here. So you guys are not bothered during this rest. You guys regain all your hit points. You regain up to 3 hit dice. If you have increased, or if you have enough XP to increase in level, you can also do that as you do some training over this time.
Have we gotten XP from Barovania stuff yet?
Yeah, I gave it to you
Yeah.
last time.
Did you?
Yep, I'm pretty sure everybody got it.
We do it before we leave every time.
Although I didn't write it down, weirdly. I normally
Yeah,
would
I
have
don't-
written it down somewhere. Unless it's in the chat.
It's in the Discord chat. We got 3,600 from Barovania
Oh, is it?
over the sessions. Yeah.
Is it in the stream memes?
You know what? No, I was reading the wrong chat. That was the Dork Vision chat. Never
Yep.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember getting anything from that.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys got it because you guys talked about leveling up, and I remember calculating all the XP of like the mummies and Strahd and whatnot.
Okay.
It's probably in the Roll20 chat somewhere. I have to look through the archive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Roll 20.
Either way, you're well beyond the experience needed to get to level 7, I think.
What's level 7?
1400, isn't it?
No way.
I think it's level
14,000?
6, isn't it?
Let me look.
I was like 14,000 sounds closer. 'Cause I'm at 20,000.
Same.
Oh, it's 23,000.
Yeah, and I'm at 18,000, so
Oh, you probably did miss out on some. I'm gonna mark it down. Or no, you're a new character. I don't know how you started.
I know I'm behind. But I'm
Okay, then maybe you are at the right spot.
Well, BB and Oso should have the same, which is around 20k.
Yeah, 20,280 is what I have.
Newt too. Newt.
Newt
Yeah.
is weirdly back where Alistair's is.
Really?
So I wonder if
Might have missed.
maybe Newt missed last sessions or a session before that. So we could use that difference to figure out
Oh.
about how much XP there was.
Nerd.
It looks like it was about 3,000, which also kind of sounds right. Not just
That
because
sounds
Sheena
right.
said it before.
No, it does sound right.
But either way, I can verify this information later.
Yeah,
So for now, it looks like you
I won't
probably won't be
touch it or
leveling up.
anything.
Is anybody? Nobody else is close, right?
No,
Okay.
maybe
I wrote
after
down.
this session.
And I'm like 5,000 away, so no.
Okay.
So, I'm just throwing it out there while we all rest, and there was that small, tiny alcove just beyond the eyeballs that maybe we can go and check out. It might have been some sort of hidden door that's back over there.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it
can
looked
do
like a hidden door, but it was probably containing an eyeball. There was a ramp leading up to it.
I mean, it doesn't quite like this one, right?
Yeah, that one.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we release an eyeball and we're standing out of the way. Can at least deactivate it, right?
No, I think he's saying that's where the other
That's where
eyeball
the
came
second
from.
eyeball came from.
Oh,
The first one came
got
from the ceiling, the second one came from there.
Okay. I want to go fuck around with everything else that's over there. Weird blood things.
Okay. So, Alistair, as you're investigating around and going through all these urns, carefully lifting them up with your mage hand, eventually you find that most of them just contain nothing but dust. However, one is slightly heavier than the others, and there was something like a soft padding noise as you picked it up. You lifted up the top of this urn and looked inside, and there was a little pouch inside.
I take pouch and look in pouch.
You look in pouch.
I am one with the pouch.
Pouch.
Sounds like a
Using your mage hand, right?
Look pouch.
Yes.
look pouch.
Like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy game.
I just mean like a Zork sort of text adventure. Go
Yeah.
north.
Look pouch.
Look,
Right click
BB.
pouch.
Pet BB. I don't know what you're saying.
Stop touching me.
Stop touching me.
You pop open the pouch, and a puff of like dust comes out of it.
that's probably
As you
fun.
kind of sneeze, you notice that your nose has completely been swiped off of your face.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Yes.
As everybody's like looking
Does
at
anybody
you,
know?
they see that your whiskers and your nose are just gone.
Oh, Alistair, you look different. Did you do something to your hair?
Hold on. Guess I'll switch the mask off.
Gotta figure out how to do his accent while also sounding like he has no nose.
Just
be all nasally to
stuff
sound
your
like,
yeah, make it sound like you
oh
got a
no.
cold.
Well,
Do I feel like I don't have a nose?
gone?
you actually don't. You feel fine.
What? I don't know what you're referring to.
You go out and like touch your nose, and you can feel it there. As you like brush some dust off, it seems to reveal that your nose is in fact there. It was briefly turned invisible, it seems.
Oh, there it is. It's a little different.
Dust of. Well, I don't want to say. It's spoiler.
So the-
After
I don't know what
Montana
dust is.
casts Identify as a ritual spell, this is
Yeah, I
in
can do
fact
that.
a pouch of dust of disappearance.
Nice.
It can be
I love
used to render everybody in like a 10-foot radius, I think, invisible for like until they attack. It's like an hour or something that it lasts.
Well, Alistair, you can already go invisible. Maybe we should give it to somebody else.
This can affect everybody, so it's
Yeah.
kind of
can-
like a get out of jail free card.
It's a good
Oh,
thing.
never mind. Then you
How
should
can I-
keep it, because then you can sneak us out of places.
How do I
It's
go
like-
invisible?
No, I mean you hide all the time.
Oh,
You also,
You're
I
the
believe,
stealthiest
as an
one.
arcane trickster, eventually get the capability to cast that. Yeah.
one day.
You'll
I
get there. I
just
believe in you.
I was just
disappeared.
thinking of being an invisible spider or a fucking something would be cool, but
Okay.
Can't I
it makes a
spell
lot of
that word?
sense.
So it. Okay, I see what it is now. Each creature and object within 10 feet of you becomes invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for everybody that's affected. Dust is consumed, and when its magic takes effect, if a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, it ends for that creature. The invisibility ends for that creature. So you should be able to just drag that into your inventory, Alistair, from the
Just found
compendium.
it.
Neato.
Well, that should be helpful. If it is what we think it is.
Oh yeah,
No,
dog.
we know.
I
We
mean,
know what it is.
yeah, I can do magic
Sorry,
to,
a little
to
delayed.
make sure I know these.
Oh,
I
Neat.
did a magic. I did a magic.
I did a magic.
But yeah, that is an item that you find amongst the things there.
Ta-da.
Neato.
As you're going through and doing your resting business, is anybody else doing anything during this time?
Can I investigate the? You said that the desktop is like the lid of a sarcophagus. Can I investigate that some more?
Yeah. So the sarcophagus lid looks like it has the etchings of an elven warrior of some sort, but it's underneath of it. It was flipped over to its more flat side. So you're like underneath it looking up at it. While you're down there, you do see that there is a what looks to be the remnants of the armchair's missing arm underneath the table.
Oh. I mean, I guess I can put that back on the chair.
You go to lift it up, but it doesn't budge. As you
Oh.
manipulate it further, it does seem to be embedded into the ground on one side. It's actually a lever.
Y'all?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're probably gonna want to get down here and take a look at this.
Also drops to his knees.
Why, God?
I'm down. Now what?
So I was checking out this lid desktop thing, trying to see what I could see about it, see if I could figure anything out. And I found the arm of the chair. See how the chair's busted? I found the arm down here, so I was like, well, may as well fix it, right? Well, I don't think it's an arm of a chair. It's kind of stuck, and it might open something. It feels like a lever. It might
Did you
open
pull it?
something around. No, I wanted to bring it to your attention
Well, go
before
ahead
I
and
just
pull it.
started
And I
pulling on things.
reach for the.
Okay, I guess I'll
Well,
pull on the lever.
Then we can all hide, and then you
Oh,
can
wait.
pull the lever.
Last time I did this, I had a fucking sword stuck to my hand.
BB casually walks to the corner.
Oso's gears begin turning as he does something what's called in the industry as learning.
Character growth.
Character development.
I'm
One of those
gonna
little
do it
viney
anyway.
neurons connects to the other one. Goes, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
But yeah, I will still pull the lever.
Okay.
Okay. I back up.
You back up as Montana eventually pulls yon lever. With a click, you guys hear a rumbling of stone. And one of the wall niches, a seam appears and it rotates, revealing a doorway in the eastern wall.
Seemingly out of nowhere.
I I just want everyone to know I have a very smug look on my face because I was like very sure that there was something going on with these alcoves, and I'm just very satisfied that I was correct.
Yeah, you can keep your sense of pride to yourself. Just throwing that out there. Don't worry about it.
There was something cunning about that stone.
Look, I'm pretty sure you don't get to do that very much. I'm proud of you.
Well, I wasn't like telling everybody like I knew it. I was just like I just look very pleased with
Yeah.
myself right
Yeah,
now.
I can
No,
see it. I can see it in your face.
I can definitely see BB
I
like
was
walking
right.
past you though and like patting you on the shoulder like once or twice. Be like, keep it to yourself. Proud of you, but don't
Great
get too
job,
proud.
Montana.
Yeah.
Cocky Mario.
I'm also gonna assume during this long rest that Newt heals and summoned Bean, so I did that for them.
Oh, I didn't do that either. I didn't realize we were like
Yeah, I was
done.
gonna
Yep.
go check on-
Your rest is completely unhindered.
Get my
You also
action surge, my second wind back, hit dice back. Oh, this feels good.
remember you only get back 3
Half.
hit dice also.
Yeah.
You went from 1 to 5, which is why I was a little curious.
Oh.
You heal fully,
Okay.
but you only get one of your hit dice, or 3 of your hit dice back.
It's half your level's worth.
I'm on my laptop, so I think it lagged because I had to click stuff.
Excuses.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just
Well,
freaking
thanks
lying
for
to my
looking out.
face. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, this doorway opens.
Oh, good for it.
Well, let's explore this mysterious doorway.
All right, you guys ready to go?
I mean, just throwing it out there. What if this is a way
no.
a way that we can't come back from? We're gonna miss out on Montana's old ale quest.
Well, let's go get the ale.
I mean, this will probably be here. It's got a lever. You could probably close it.
Yeah, now that you know that it's here.
Could we look through it? We don't have to like go in, but we can look, right?
Yeah, you can look inside. As you look inside, it seems to be a long hallway that just fades into the darkness. Doesn't seem to go up or down or left or right. Just goes an inexorably long way to the west.
Yeah. Let's go and check out that ale from Montana, I think. And then we can come back to this.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Looks like it's at the edge of the map, says BB.
Right.
Gosh, it looks like I can't scroll any further in roll 20.
Yeah, where's that other door?
It's
was, like,
on the
way
far,
back.
yeah.
Oh, it's
I
like
can-
above us,
Should we
right?
do fast track?
I
I
then
can
also,
teleport
like,
you
thing?
guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
So
Sure,
I'm gonna grab y'all. I'm gonna do a little draggy poo.
Ah!
I just
Fast traveling.
okay. Well, it looks like it didn't want me to, and it just shoved you guys into the wall.
We're in a wall.
Yeah,
No.
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
I can
Wall
meld
skip.
into stone. This isn't new for me.
that's a
Like,
4th level
this isn't
spell.
new.
That is new for you.
What? I did it earlier.
No, you.
Meld
what?
into stone.
Yeah, that's how I got into that sarcophagus where I got teleported.
I don't recall any of this.
I got transported out, and I was like, because we couldn't open up the sarcophagus. Like, it was like the 3rd or 4th session, maybe.
I'm
Nobody
gonna,
could get in there, and I was
I'm gonna
like, I'll
level
go
with
into
you.
it.
You do not have that spell until you're at least 8th level. Or
That's
7th level.
weird. Well, you let me have it then, unless I'm thinking of a different spell.
Oh my god.
Or a different campaign.
I swear to god.
No, it's this one.
Which god?
This thing keeps, like, letting go as I'm scrolling.
Just copy and then delete and then paste this where we need to go.
Okay.
Oh, so do you know any 3rd level
Yeah.
spells?
Meld into stone. It's a 3rd level spell.
Meld into Stone is a 3rd level transmutation spell.
Oh, it is 3rd level?
I
Yeah.
just looked it up in the what's it?
The compendium.
Yeah.
Well, it's in my thing, yeah.
Okay, well then I believe you. I
And Chris lied.
can be wrong.
It happened, I
I
swear.
can be wrong.
For some reason I thought it was 4th level, and I'm not sure. Oh, I think Stone Shape is maybe 4th level. Maybe that's what I was
Probably,
getting
yeah.
confused.
Oh, that
Because
Oh,
one
that
checked
sounds
wrong.
right.
Oh, and we've moved.
Yeah. I moved you guys over here,
We have to go north.
which is Actually,
in the long
north.
hallway, all the way to the other side.
Yeah, let me.
Over
This
there.
is the door.
Yep.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's
there's
up
the
more. Okay.
freaking.
I just wanted you guys to like
I remember.
get to there. Now I'll copy you,
Yay.
and next time you go to this area, you'll be the right general area.
Right.
Stop copying me.
Smart.
Got a lot of stuff to clean up on this side.
Stop it. Stop
Now
copying me.
here we're gonna wall skip through the thing, and that gets us to the other end of the puzzle.
Nice.
And we're gonna do a Rogar skip right here, and we're at the ale.
Nice.
I
Fucking
mean, we
Rogar
did-
skip.
all I can hope for is that the freaking flaming trebuchets aren't back.
They've somehow like reassembled
Oh,
themselves.
Someone has fixed the flaming trebuchets, and we have to fight them again.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna turn around. Ale lost forever.
Okay. I think I only brought one torch with you guys, but I think that should be everybody. You guys make it to here. The purple sort of circle is still emblazoned on the wall to the north. You can see that down this hallway there are the ruins of the ballistas that you guys shattered and destroyed.
Oh god. They're destroyed still. It's actually really good.
That is
That is good.
And
Uh,
we'll go down
Do
hallway.
the walls and ceilings and stuff start wiggling again as we walk down them?
No, that was only in another hallway.
Oh, okay, okay.
But those ones did briefly wiggle as you guys walk past them.
Stupid wiggle.
As you guys are going past these animated ballistas that were once animated,
Oh, shit.
um,
oh no.
make a perception check, Alistair, since you were probably the first one to get past them.
I'm
Speedy,
perceptive. I'm a perspective person. Never mind.
Words
Okay.
are hard.
No.
27.
From your perspective, you can see that there are a bunch of these little round creatures. Each one has like two tiny like wings sprouting out of it and spindly arms and legs and one central eye in the center of their heads. They seem mechanical in nature and they are moving around these ballistas and picking up various like bits and pieces of them. You can see some of them with wrenches and hammers hammering away at these things, but it looks like they haven't gotten very far.
Does it look like the same one that we saw in the little room?
They look like they could be from the same species, potentially.
Uh-huh.
As they see you guys coming, they promptly disappear in little flashes of purple light.
Do I know what they are?
Alistair was the only one that was able to see them as they were approaching.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
You guys all,
Never
like,
mind.
moved, which is fine. But, Alistair, you can make a history check.
Okay. I see, but I need to believe.
I believe! Alistair, if your knowledge is to be believed, as well as from potentially one of the books in the other room that you picked it up, these are probably Modrons, which are from a race called Modrons. Actually,
Wow.
they're called monodrones. But these ones seemed to be much lesser ones. They were very tiny, like about the size of baseballs. Normal monodrones are like the size of you and me. They're kind of large, for weird spindly creatures. They're medium-sized normally,
Simulacra. Got it.
but they're normally very mechanical creatures. They are very lawful and they follow orders very well. Whoever their master is, they always follow their orders out to a T, and very literally.
Whoever made these has their little worker bees fixing them for them. I don't like this.
Wait, what if we're being watched?
Oh, I'm sure we are.
Isn't this supposed to be a maze kind of run by some crazy wizard? I think we're always
Yes,
watched.
Alistair Deep.
Uh-huh.
Would
The dead
he
gag.
need to have?
We couldn't quite catch that.
Would he need to have things fix these? Wouldn't he just make new ones?
If he's dead, these things might be functioning without him.
Why do you
Yeah,
think he's
okay.
dead?
We just saw his body. didn't we?
You saw his petrified body in the
Mm-hmm.
He's
Hall
like
of
the most
Statues.
powerful wizard guy ever. There's surely he's
That's really
delicious.
him.
I don't know about you, but there were dragons that were back there, and other creatures that we tried messing with, and that was not fun. I'm sure everyone's got a bigger fish.
I guess so. I think he's the biggest fish down here.
He might be the biggest fish down here, but I'm sure there's bigger fish far out in different places that probably found him and took him out.
But then how did he get back here?
Bean's like, hey, there's a fish on that tapestry that Newt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, alright. Pushes
There's
him
a
out of the way
fish.
with foot.
I looked
Hey,
at it.
I was
How
just
big
trying to
is-
help.
How big is it?
I was just trying to help. I don't think it's as big as that dude.
How big's that fish? Okay, well,
I
Then-
take out my tapestry.
Whoa,
We-
actually,
we
it's
look at the fish.
that's a real big fish right there.
start
No.
measuring it with my knuckle. Like this is
That's
if
big.
it's an inch.
Hmm.
I look at the door.
You look at the door. So, there are once again two gigantic stone doors that seem to be depicting dwarves drinking ale. What do you know?
Of course.
Drinking ale.
Alright. Are we
Drink
ready
it.
I guess
to,
I'll try to.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to open the door. I don't know if it pushes in or out, but fire safety says it should come towards us, but who knows?
Dwarves don't have fire safety.
Yeah, everything's made out of stone.
The doors do seem to open outward towards you guys. They seem to be completely locked, though.
Oh.
From your best investigation, I'm going to have you make that roll.
I will do that. It loads. Roll 20 has been a pain tonight. It's been quite slow.
Mine's been working fine since I disabled stuff, like animations.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you turn
slow?
off your 3D stuff, it might help.
You want me to investigate the door?
Yep.
I
There's
have
a
no
door.
idea.
Door don't
It's
open.
locked, you guys.
Guys,
I
door
think
don't
it's a
open.
window.
Hmm. Let me
Is that,
try
what
it. Do
that, is that what this thing looks like? It's adorable.
that. Okay.
Okay. Alistair, you can confirm Montana's subscriptions. Subscriptions? You can reconfirm her subscriptions to everything that she's subscribed to.
I hope you know you've been paying me this whole time.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
Ring that bell, gamers.
You know,
Dude, that
Smash
bell,
it.
dog.
Uh,
Smash that
you've
like.
confirmed her suspicions that it is in fact a locked door.
Oh, good.
You think that you've found the locking mechanism. It seems to be ingrained into the stone. It's fairly complex and made entirely out of stonework. Your thieves' tools might be able to handle it, but if you have anything stronger, it might be able to help too.
Stronger.
Like a mallet,
My
Like
shovel's
that.
broken.
like a
Like,
like a hammer. Are we gonna smash it? Or I got a 3, so I have no idea.
I got a crowbar if you need that.
I
Ooh,
believe
crowbar.
I also have a crowbar.
You could try
We-
and
we have thieves' tools.
I have thieves' tools. You want me to?
Do you have
try that?
proficiency with thieves' tools?
Oh hell yeah!
I have
Yeah, like-
tinkerer tools.
Because if you have proficiency with thieves' tools and the crowbar,
Although didn't you just say that it might need something more than thieves' tools? Those are
Hmm.
kind of small.
so Alistair,
Alistair,
you think you might just need some sort of heavier form of pick.
like leverage.
If anybody has
I
like a
have
pitten,
I have
I have
pittons.
I have pittons.
There you go.
you can use one of those, and you'll have
Alright.
disadvantage on the check to disable it because it's not your usual tool. But
Mhm.
there's no chance that it's gonna break.
Is it dexterity?
It's a dexterity-based thieves' tools check.
Because it gives me like options for attribute.
Yep,
but-
Let's
it
slip
it
my
is a
finger in
dexterity
there.
check.
Oh damn!
You do have disadvantage, but it doesn't break it. Normally, if these were your thieves' tools, it would have just snapped it from these stone tumblers. But it takes you a lot longer than anticipated.
Mhm.
Probably like 30 minutes instead of like an action, but you're eventually able to get that thing open. I'm gonna
Oh hell yes!
just
I
check
tease him
and
with that as
see.
his opening taking so long.
Okay, there was no encounter during that wasted time.
All right.
You eventually are able to move these stone tumblers aside, and the door clunks. After a bit of pulling, it looks like it's going to open this time. It's probably going to take multiple people to open the doors, but you can easily get them open without effort. There are no traps, and there was no magic involved. It was just a sturdy stone lock.
Oh, straight lock.
Wonderful.
You open the hefty stone door, revealing another room with another stone door. In the center is a pillar extending from the floor to the ceiling. It has a ring of 6 copper spigots jutting out of it, like spokes of a wheel. They're about 3 feet above the floor. Carved into
Can
the
we?
I'm,
Oh, sorry.
there's more to the room. I was just swallowing. Um,
No, talk in one long run-on sentence. Go.
yeah, no
No breathing.
How dare you punctuate?
period. Well, actually, I'd like to shut up.
Wrong one.
Well,
Stop.
actually,
Actually, carved into the walls are 20 bas reliefs depicting drunken dwarves in different poses. Uh, one hand of each of the dwarves protrudes from the wall. 3 of these hands that are protruding from the wall as if they're like sculptures instead of bas reliefs. They're like kind of lifting a bit off of the relief. Some of them, 3 of them in fact, are grasping copper tankards.
Hmm.
Now I'm done.
hmm.
Done.
Well, this is more of your knowledge, Montana.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure what would it like. I don't know what an investigation check would do, like more than what you've already told us. Like, it appears that we should probably fill these tankards from some of these spigots, but I'm not sure what the best check would be to figure out kind of how to solve what is very clearly some sort of puzzle in this room.
Give it a shot.
Just
Yeah, dude, you can just do stuff.
investigate more. Oh, well, I don't want to just do stuff. I
Just
want to
do
like.
Just
stuff.
do stuff, man.
Your character has thoughts and feelings and can make
Okay.
connections with things.
Well, I'll
for
tell
your
you
character.
one thing that I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is like I'm not gonna try to grab one outright, but like I'd like to try to jostle one of the tankards to see if they are removable from the statues that are grabbing them.
It's actually very easy to remove them. After
Okay.
you look at them, they aren't gripping them fully, and there's a way that you can just lift the tankards off of each hand.
As you do that, a giant eyeball from the
A
ceiling.
giant eyeball. Okay, and you said there are 3 tankards and 6 spigots.
Yes. Also, I was going
Are
to make a
they
joke about an IPA.
I get it.
are the because of like the limitations of Roll20, I guess I'm not sure of like the exact arrangement. Does it appear as though that like the ones that are holding tankards are like lined up with any of the spigots directly?
Not really. They're kind of just random. As you do look about the room, investigate this area, it looks like there are a total of like 20 hands that are protruding in this similar fashion. It looks like there were probably more mugs in the area before, but now there's just 3.
Okay. Um hmm. And you said they're all in like different positions?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like pin down some. There's like a cartwheeling dwarf. There's like a dwarf that's like lolling back over a table. There's a dwarf that's like jumping up for joy and clicking its heels. It's
For,
just
for
LOL.
some the only reason why I
Drunken
ask is
lollygagging.
for some reason when you mentioned that they were all in different positions, I had like this memory of like from Avatar: The Last Airbender when like Aang and Zuko are learning firebending from the dragons,
Oh,
And I'm
that-
like,
You
oh
think
god,
two
am I
of the
gonna have
dwarves
to
might
do all
be
these moves?
doing a sort of fusion dance?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
That's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, right?
Oh my goodness.
No.
It's a James
Yeah, it is.
Cameron
No.
movie.
Not
No.
no.
Don't-
Oh
Not the
no, it's the one
movie.
with the blue aliens.
Don't.
You're thinking of the James Cameron
Um,
movie.
So
Take
okay.
cabbages with
Well,
you.
I guess I'm holding one of the tankards, and I guess I'll look at the spigots. I guess I'll roll to like see, because I don't know if they even work. You know what I mean? Like I know that they're there, but I don't know if anything will come out of them if I do anything. Like, would I have to investigate that, or would I just like go and try to turn one of the taps on?
I mean, it looks like something could come out of it. It is in fact a spigot, but
Alright.
its plumbing is not visible. It's probably beyond the pillar.
So it's
Yeah.
a female.
I guess I'll just like pick a spigot and see if something comes out.
Oh, my favorite game, the old pick a spigot.
Pick a
You crank one of the copper spigots, and nothing comes out. It's bone
Okay.
dry.
Hey, it's okay. We've all been there, buddy.
Is that the same with all of the spigots? Like, can I try them all and see what happens?
And you can certainly try them all if you wish.
I'd like to try them all.
If you wish.
You're going through, you try another one, it's completely bone dry. You try another one, and squeak open the spigot, and nothing comes out. A fourth one is just a little bit of dust comes out. Go to the fifth one, and do the spigot, and you see that there's something coming out, like a little drop of something is just barely squeeging its way out, like one tenacious drip.
Love that band.
Looks like it's just
Tenacious
hanging
D.
there, like a loose booger.
Oh, God. Nasus D. Rip.
Okay.
Uh,
What does the last one do?
You
Or
go
was
to
that the last one?
you go to the last one, and you crank the spigot. This time, a whole wave of the gross booger material comes out and dumps all over your hands. Make a dexterity saving throw, as it burns as acid.
Oh no.
Oh, no. That's not gonna
You
make
get
it.
covered in green slime and take
Damn it, Chris and your ooze.
12 acid damage as it coats your hands. It is hissing and still clinging to your body.
Okay.
Am I allowed to
12
move away?
acid damage. Am
Yeah.
am I in combat or anything?
I'm gonna allow everybody a turn to do something.
Ugh,
I
that's
would
property for
like
me.
to I would like to cast Create Water and make it fall as rain to wash this acid
make
off
it
of
rain.
myself.
Okay. You turn on God's spigot, and water comes out. Dumathoin cracks open a hole in the ceiling, and water just starts to dump out of it, and it just fills the
dumps in a
entire
can of
area magically with water. You are able to wash off the slime in God's spigot.
Great.
You take no more damage. Good job.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good thinking.
I'm sorry that everybody is wet.
I love it. I need it. This is all I need.
This is how I eat.
I'm just watered Oso.
It's water and sunlight.
Oso grows some leaves.
I don't need to eat.
The one person who is not very happy is that wet ass pussy up in the northwest corner.
Oh no!
And you.
I'm very sorry.
Soggy fur.
Yeah, it smells like a wet dog in here.
I have that effect on people. The wet dog, not the wet dog thing.
Snooze, you lose.
Ignore me.
It's time
Maybe,
to you
I
now.
I give Alistair the tapestry to dry off with.
Yes. 25 gold piece. Oh, wait, no. I have my.
Perfect. This
I
is
have
a towel I done.
Prestidigitation,
me.
is that what you're going to say, Alistair?
No, I have my silk white sheet I can dry off with.
Oh, that's right. You do
Why
have a
would you
towel.
waste it?
And I dab myself
Like a
fancily.
gentleman.
You
Dry
dab
myself,
yourself like
yeah.
a true gamer. So after Alistair dabs himself dry, you guys like scrape the rest of the slime off. It just jiggles uselessly on the ground. It doesn't like do anything else. It seems only vaguely
we've opened
sentient. Which is still troubling, but not that
Hey,
troubling for
vaguely
dungeons.
Only
sentient?
vaguely sentient.
Don't
Green
worry about
slime acts instinctively. It can't
I don't like
it doesn't go after you
any
like
of
an
this.
ooze.
it.
Alistair, getting a little peckish, opens the door to this room.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna investigate it actually, because I
You're
assumed it
getting
was
peckish?
I don't know, peckish for adventure. After an investigation, it seems
hungry?
to be an ironclad wooden door. It doesn't appear to be trapped from the best of your investigation.
Alright, I'll try to open it then. I thought we had to solve the puzzle of Ale first, but looks like
Same.
we're good.
Well, you went over to the door, so I figured you were trying to get out of
I
here.
mean, I might as well, because there's ooze in there and that's gross.
I'm also gonna put the mug I took back for now.
Okay.
Don't critique the DM. He'll make it harder.
I'm just waiting for him to throw some monster in my face so that he can say, "Alright, we'll wrap this up
Oh,
next
sure.
week."
You want me to?
He
Yeah,
tried
go
to,
for
but
it.
I made it rain.
Anyway, Montana, if you'd like, you can make an intelligence check.
I will do that. It's my character because it takes up so much space. Just like a straight up and down intelligence check?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure. You're not sure if this is a puzzle yet or whatever, but those brass tankards or copper tankards are probably worth something.
That's true.
They're probably worth about 5 gold pieces each.
Meh.
Either way, you take note of that.
Yeah. I'll take note of it, but I don't think I'll take any for right now. We might
I'll
need
invest-
them.
Alistair, 10 feet through this hallway, there is another door. This one made out of stone, but it looks not like it's locked or anything. There is a brass plaque on this door, just above it, actually. And the plaque says, in Dwarven, which Montana can pick up on. If anybody else
Sure.
can, they can also read it. But it says, "Brewers only, by order of Garrix, Master of Ale and Provisions."
It's very gatekeepy of them.
Kind of. Brewers only? Jeez.
Yeah.
But, Montana, from the reading of this does confirm your suspicions, as Garrix was the legendary maker of the Malerkin ale that you seek. So beyond this door is probably something akin to what you were looking for. We're going to have to figure that out next time on Dungeons & Dragons.
What a bunch of malarkey.
So, thank you everyone that came out to watch. You can catch this stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch our sister stream on Sundays from 9 to midnight. I guess I should also start mentioning regularly that you can also catch these on YouTube if you miss the streams. It's YouTube/Noble Crumpet, I believe. Also, check out my books on DriveThruRPG. There's Noble Crumpet's Book of Gastromancy and Noble Crumpet's Guide to Slimes, Jellies, and Oozes, much like
We would have used.
which we could have oozed.
Ooh.
No, this is just green slime. That's in the
Damn
DM's
it.
guide.
Boo.
Anywho, thanks everybody that came out to watch. I said that we were going to add a patron guest this time, but we were not able to get in contact with the first one, so I'm going to start contacting the runners-up to see if we can get somebody in here. But yeah, we'll do that when we get to it. See you all next week, and I hope you all had a fantabulous day. Actually, I should probably figure out... next week is Thanksgiving. So,
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we're doing.
are people available to do it next week?
I mean, I don't want to go
I am.
and.
I am. It's
dinners
on
with
Wednesday,
family,
right? So.
so-
Where
You're
are we
gonna-
allowed to leave and go places anyway?
I mean,
No, we're not.
we won't
We're not
know till
supposed to, but
Rylan.
my
No,
mom's
but like,
kind
what
of.
if you're doing your own thing in your own home? You know.
I mean, either way, it's Wednesday night, so it's the night
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, Christmas.
It's drinking day of the year, but
Hmm.
that's been.
Well, if we
neutered.
want to do it on Wednesday, do we?
I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything. So
So we'll try and do it Wednesday. Well, I guess we'll have to ask the Sunday people as well. They'll probably be fine because it's Sunday, but who knows? Keep an ear to the ground for that. Thanks everybody once again that came out to watch. Let's find out next time if we can find the Millerkin Ale. Have a good one, everyone.
anger some board.
You see.
Peace.
Good night.